And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. We've been talking about it all week. And you know what we're about to do? Oh, make sure you mute yourself. Make sure you mute yourself on your other channel because otherwise it's going to come in your ears. Shout out, everybody. You know what we're about to do? We're going to do Candace Jeopardy. And let me tell you right now, you are not prepared for the amount of shenanigans that we're about to unleash on you. I'm just telling you ahead of time. So please jump into the best live chat on the internet. Go ahead and jump in there. Go ahead and drop your like number in there as well. I have some fantastic guests and we are going to have some fun. So let me go ahead with no further ado. I just think I'll just bring them all on at the same time. How about that? Good to see you all. How are y'all?
Hello. Hello.
There we go. All right, we're gonna start to my left. Or wait, we're gonna start over on the side. Oh wait, but wait, we have more. All right,
hello.
Crystal's in the building. Shout out.
Hi everyone.
Right.
What's going on?
All right, so real quick, the lady in green. Who are you? Tell us who you are.
Hey, everybody. My name is Regina Connell, host of West Virginia Wire, where we have a YouTube channel, West Virginia Wire. Right now, we are streaming on the X platform, formerly known as Twitter, under the handle at Queen Connell16. You guys remember to like, share, and tag some friends.
Love it. I love it. All right. To your left, my right, or somewhere, I don't know, we're Kaida. Hello.
Hello, my name is Kaitia Lamore. I started my channel mainly talking about my faith, my testimony with Jesus, and it's been very recent that I've been doing more political things. I started last year, believe videos, debating people like Destiny. I was in the Amanda Seales video over the summer, and now I just did one with the Dr. Daff show, Black conservatives versus white liberals. So I don't know why God has me in this space, but I've been deep diving in this Candace conspiracy theories, and I met Jason through his channel, and he's one of the same people who are helping me to work through everything going on online. So that's why I'm here. So I'm glad to meet everybody, and I need you guys to help me because I'm not good. I'm going to be at this, so I'm gonna need the help.
I love it. We love it. All right, young lady down here. What a wonderful camera you have. How much better could it be? What's going on, Crystal, with the Beyond Labels?
Hi, Jay. How are you?
Quite well. Tell us who you are, what you're about, all that kind of good stuff.
Hey, everybody. I'm Crystal Beyond Labels. I do everything, current events, political, pop culture, all from a biblical worldview. God called me out of my full-time job, corporate American. He was like, nope, this is what I'm going to have you do from now on. And so I've just been using my platform to spread the word of God and show people about what's going on today and how the word is applicable in your lives today. And Jay Witt is my big brother who likes to give me problems about this camera, but I love him.
Don't get me started. It's right here. It's still right here. I'm not going to mess with you.
But I love it. Yes, but please, y'all make sure y'all see the pink heart. Y'all gotta show some love to your girl.
Oh, wait, I'm the purple heart. I forgot to say. Look, y'all, I left a lot of stuff out. Forgive me, Crystal. Were you done? I just jumped over you like a rude girl.
No, I'm just saying, just to support your girl, pink heart. And listen, Candace Owens I liked her back in the day, but then I'm just praying for her because there's too many spirits that's coming out of that girl now. So yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Now, young man, Frank, you are the only other male on this channel tonight. So please tell us who you are.
Okay. Good morning. This is like 1 a.m. where I'm from.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Oh, man. But where are you?
I'm in Nigeria. Okay. I'm so honored to be here. When everyone was introducing themselves, I felt, what am I doing here? I don't belong here. But I'm here. I'm Frank Steven. I run a YouTube channel called A Nigerian Perspective with Frank Steven. We just talk about current issues. We talk about the news. Recently, beyond just talking about Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, and people like that, I also talk about issues that are going on in Nigeria. One of the things that's is really dear to my heart right now is the persecution of Nigerian Christians. I've done a couple of live streams about that, and it's something that I'm really passionate about, letting the whole world know exactly what is happening, especially when you consider the fact that the Nigerian government is doing everything within their power to lie about it. So it's very important to,
well, Frank, I do have to be... I do have to be honest. I have something to share with you. Part of the reason why I wanted you on is because I do want to make sure that we continue to have this conversation because I've been talking about Nigeria and I said, oh, I get Frank on. I'm going to get on with him and we're going to talk about this more so that we can shed more light. So this was not an altruistic, truly about Jeopardy type of meetup. I wanted to talk about this topic. So just know you're going to get an email from me real soon because we'll be talking about this more.
I really look forward to that. I really want to. That was one of the things that I said, okay, when I get on this live stream, if possible, to just get an opportunity, even to connect with other people who know stuff about this more than myself that can let us know. Sorry, it sounds kind of dark.
Oh, no.
Cool.
So, we're going to, but we will do that. Don't have no fear. Now, we'll do it on a better time, too, not at 1 o'clock in the morning for you. So don't, I might even stay up late for you, my friend.
I'm always available. I'm always available.
Y'all see me spell coffee. Y'all, I'm the purple heart, and I think Frank is the green heart.
Yeah, we got to run it across the bottom. So, and for the audience, the best live chat on the internet, if you would like to support and help them with answers or give them a clue or whatever, everybody on the panel has a heart color respectfully. So, of course, green for Crystal. I'm sorry. Pink for Crystal, purple for West Virginia. Frank has green, and then Kaida has yellow. And if you want to throw them an answer or whatnot like that, just put their color heart in there and give them the answer. That way they can be helped. This is not. Let me go ahead and disappoint you right now. If you wanted Alex Trebek, let me just let you know. I am Jason Trebek, his very broke cousin from his second on the third part removed. Okay, you're not getting anything professional here. The best I can give you.
I was hoping to win $250,000 today. So
you can win a quarter if you go out to your car and look under your car seat. You can win all the change in your glove box.
I have to know, Mr. Trebek, third removed, whatever, Jason. So are you going to be actually doing the tune too? Let
me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do that. So no, the best I can give you is the actual. Look, I went above and beyond, got you the Jeopardy board. Like, give me a little bit of grace here tonight.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Cheating will be allowed. Cheating will absolutely be allowed. I'm pretty sure somebody already has Chat GPT or Hey Siri already lined up to ask these questions. So it is what it is. So with no further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's let the shenanigans unleash. So the categories we have tonight are conspiracies, deflections, and diversions, public feuds, questionable evidence, personal ambitions. I'm totally making this up, and candy rot.
Candy rot.
I'm just telling you right now. This is not. Feuds spelled wrong.
And everything.
Oh wait, feuds is spelled wrong.
But that's okay. Hey, 0 second timeout for you. This is the trust.
Right, you don't know. Yeah, then trust me. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't spell check.
It looks like it's misspelled.
Right. You don't. It's really not misspelled. It's really not.
I don't see anything wrong.
I don't see a thing wrong with it, except I should have used spell check. Okay.
Hey everybody.
I'm gonna start with Frank because you're the only guy on the panel playing. Okay. All right. Pick a category, pick a dollar amount. Let's see what kind of trouble we can start.
Boom.
Okay. I'm totally making this up. 300.
Oh, he's going big. All right. So here we go. When she lacks evidence, Candace tells followers that anyone challenging her ideas is being paid this amount.
$7,000.
Oh, wow.
Currency in there too.
What is $7,000? Frank coming out with first blood. He coming out. He doing the thing.
Should have been followed by K.
Oh no.
It might be there. You don't know. You don't know that it's not there.
Oh, okay.
All right. Crystal beyond labels. Let's go.
Conspiracies 200.
200. Let's go.
Lord.
She buzzed that Charlie's death was associated with these insects.
Bees. What is bees, sir?
What are bees? Oh, I gotta get it. What are bees?
Nice, Crystal. Nice.
Was it the way the question was phrased? Okay.
Yeah.
She said it had something to do with bees. I was surprised. I was like, I didn't expect this. Bees. I was like, what are these? What are bees?
I don't know, but I know, you know.
Now, hey, we might
Don't
take
get
a
ahead of the
commercial
game,
break.
I'm sorry.
We might need to take a commercial break on that. Don't
Forgive
throw
me.
that out there. Because you know,
Okay.
because you know what we'll do? Hold on. Sorry.
I don't know, but I know. You know? I don't know, but I know.
Is that from a show or something?
Yes.
It is.
That's a good question. Did she come up with it herself?
I hope not, because she
the
really
first
thinks
one
she's
that
cooking
typed
with that.
Oh yeah,
No,
it's her
she
mantra
did it a lot.
now.
Yes, she
She's
said it
leaned
a lot.
into it. Go ahead.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I don't know, no, but she has said it like 10 times now. Like, whenever she wants to say something like it's her gut feeling that is telling her, she will be like, we don't know, no, I don't know, no, but we know. She said it a lot now. That's like how
good-
So,
I feel
okay,
it.
I thought it was from a sitcom. Is it from a sitcom or she just made it up herself?
She
I
made
think
it
she
up
made it
herself.
Wow, that's creative, and that is really
I
brain
was
dead.
gonna say it's pretty cute. If it was
Isn't
a
it?
different subject, that's a
Right.
really cute thing. If there wasn't so much on the line.
Well, I don't know if the answers are inside her dreams, her gut, and what are the other
The hunch.
thing?
Hey, wait. There's some other. Hey.
Hey,
Let's
more
not throw out too many options here.
all right, all right,
West
all right.
Virginia Wire. Let's go.
All right, you know I gotta go full on guns blazing. Let's go with the full on
about to hit up the
candy
500.
rot. Candy rot for 500.
Candy Rock for
Okay.
5? I don't remember what this is. Maybe I was crass for pushing my book,
man.
but Candy Rod has basically called me complicit.
I know it.
I do not know this one.
I know
Oh, don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say
I
anything.
need the
So what?
audience to
Okay, so what I'm gonna do? Don't say anything.
Own a
I'm
friend.
gonna leave it alone. There you go.
All right, all right.
And then that way, if you know it,
I
you
do.
can come back and get the win. Okay. So now,
Okay.
Kaida, what we got?
So I have to pick a different one. I can't go with the one.
Do whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Go with the
So I'll
same one
do-
if you know it, girl.
Okay, I do know Candy Rock for
Okay, so-
500. I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
That one. Okay.
Maybe I was
So-
crass for pushing my book, but Candy Rod has basically called me complicit.
Let's go with who is Josh Hammer.
Who is
Yeah.
Hammer Time? Shout out to
Bring the
Josh.
hammers down. Josh
I
Hammer.
love it. I love it.
That
Josh
poor guy.
If I
Hammer.
would have been paying attention to the dadgum comments, I probably could have answered it. You guys, thanks for helping out.
All right. So now we're back around the block. We're coming back to Frank. What we got,
Okay.
Frank?
Okay, I'm totally making this up. 400.
Mm.
For 400?
Yes.
Oh, he going big.
Oh.
Okay.
Trying to wipe out
She
the whole
used
board.
this line to turn Charlie Kirk's death into a broader battle against unseen puppet masters.
She used this line to turn Charlie Cox's death into a broader battle against unseen puppet masters. What line is that now? Like a sentence?
Yeah, what is
She said, is I think is what is Charlie was just so many things she has said. A lot of
I know this
Check
goes
the
so many
comments.
ways.
Check the
I
comments,
think whatever
man.
you
They're helping
answer
you
will
out.
be right.
So many is right. Yeah. Just
yeah, I don't
pick
know.
one out of
no.
the hat.
I don't know, no, but I know.
Does that count?
is that your final answer?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna let it go. That way we can pull it back because I don't think I didn't see the answer in the chat actually. So I'm gonna pull it back and give you a chance. You can come back. It'll come back. Trust me.
Okay.
Crystal. Beyond. Wait, is it Crystal? Yeah, Crystal.
I feel like I know that answer too. I'll take that question.
Okay.
Okay.
What is handlers?
That is not it.
Oh, that's what I was
It's all right.
thinking too.
Because
I
that's
was
the
like,
last one I remember. The handlers.
Yeah, I know.
What the thoughts that were coming to my mind was the one where she said nobody in his life could be trusted. Everything
That
was
one
everything
too.
was.
That one too. There's so
Ooh.
many.
Who is the
Well,
Oh,
FBI?
is it the
Well, the
donors?
problem is she's accused everybody on the planet. So it's really a better
Exactly.
question is who is not being accused? It's probably should have been a better question. But
Right.
I'm gonna leave it there. Let's keep it going. West Virginia Wire, what you got?
All right, so I'm gonna go Candy Rot for 400. Let's try it out.
Let's do it. Candy Rod has proven that we can't pull our money for any reason.
Candy Rot has proven that we can't pull our money for any reason.
So are we
What
trying to figure out
is
who?
APAC?
Okay, I'm gonna help you out a little bit.
Answer to that one.
What is APAC? APAC is what?
Oh my gosh.
Donor. What is?
It's an acronym. Does
No,
that work?
no, but what do they do? Like what are they?
It's like a
they're
republic.
Lobby.
Lobby.
I'm gonna mute you, Frank.
You're in 0-second timeout, Frank.
It's in the chat. What is APAC? It's a group of what? They do what?
What is Jewish donors?
Thank you. What are donors?
Oh,
Thank you, chat.
Thank you,
All right.
chat. Y'all rock, man.
Chat with the chat coming in. All right. So now we are over to Lady Kaita.
So
And she, by the way, somebody asked what your color was. She's the yellow heart. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go with Public Feuds for 500.
Oh man, they're going big.
Oh, I like that one.
Candace used her feud with this French first lady as a smokescreen to dodge tough questions about Kurt's death.
I think we all know who she's been talking about. It is First Lady Brigitte Macron.
Who is Brigitte Macron?
You got to say it with that.
Macron.
Macron.
I love it. All right. Coming back around the block. Frank, we're back
Okay,
at you, my friend.
Okay, conspiracy for 300.
Conspiracies for 3. All right, let's see what we got. Name the social media platform where she first accused unnamed elites of covering up the murder.
What is Twitter?
What is Twitter? Or what is X? Absolutely. Shout out to Frank. Getting it in there. Come on.
Formerly known as Twitter. Twitter, I mean.
And let us keep this game a rolling. Lady Crystal, what you got?
Oh, you know what? Conspiracies 500.
Oh, she's going big. Conspiracies for 5. What we got? The contradiction between her calling for justice and simultaneously dismissing law enforcement findings is an example of this rhetorical fallacy.
The contradiction between her calling for justice and simultaneously.
Let me see.
Like a word?
I like what Eric Smith said. Go ahead.
No, it's a logical fallacy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you this right now. I don't see it. I don't see it in the chat yet.
Is it CT? Is it
I'm looking. I don't see it.
What is conspiracy theory?
That is not it.
People in the chat said vibes.
That's a good one.
Vibes is crazy, man. Vibes is crazy. All right, we're back around here.
What is logical fallacy? I like that one. What is gaslighting?
I love it. All right, West Virginia Wire, what you got?
Okay, so I think I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. So I think I'm gonna go with personal ambitions for 300.
Man, they're going big. I love it. Her dramatic responses coincide with the spike in her merchandise sales featuring this slogan.
Is it the Candace Intelligent Agency?
Is it? Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Is it Mimi Skincare?
Oh, dog. That's not it.
It's CIA, Candace.
There was one that has sold very.
Agency. I don't know.
Oh, you know what? In honor of you having the question, I'm going to ask you. Give me 2 other slogans that she has, and I'll let you have the answer.
Oh,
Because I'm just cheating.
Oh, yeah.
You said Candace Intelligence. What else?
What is? Hold on a second. I gotta remember it. Hold on. I'm so nervous. Okay, so what is? What was the one for the Macron case? It was. Wait, let me look at this. It was something about. No, that wasn't it. It was you're a man, or I know you're a man, or.
Okay, there was that one. That's two. I need one more.
Okay, so one more.
There's one on the screen. I'm looking at it right here.
Is it the
I
Christ
don't know, no, but I know, no.
There we go. I'll let you have it.
Good job.
I'll let you have it. So this
Trust
one was
me, bro.
They Don't Want You to Know. That was
They
her
Don't Want
first
You-
one before the They Don't Know, but they know all that. She was
I don't
doing.
even
They don't.
remember that one.
I don't know
I
why
remember that one.
she started doing the I don't know no. She kind of leaned into it because they started calling her out, making memes, and she was like, "Well, that's okay. I'm just gonna make a T-shirt and sell it. They're making fun of me, bullying me." Sorry, guys, forgive me.
No,
I
man.
digressed.
Let's keep it going. Kaida, what you got? Let's go.
Yeah, that conspiracies for 100.
All right. Conspiracies for 100. The name Candaspiracy is a mix of these two words.
This is a word that Jason, did you make this up yourself? Because you're the only one I've heard.
He did.
No,
Yes, he
actually, in all fairness, though, Amethyst Angel in the chat
Okay.
brought it up. I told her I'm running with it. And
Okay.
trust me,
Thank you for your contribution.
absolutely.
Okay, so what is
Damn it, the stage.
Candace and conspiracy?
What is Candace and conspiracy? Absolutely. All right, we making progress. We making progress here, y'all.
All right, let me take a deep breath.
All right, where we at? Oh, we at Frank, brother Frank. What you
Brother
got, man?
Frank.
Okay.
There she
Question
is, right there.
for 400.
I'm sorry, I was busy talking. What for 400?
Questionable evidence 400.
Ooh.
All right, let's see what we got. Candace's instance on fake autopsies ignored reports released by this local office.
I know this one.
Which local office? That's you. Sorry,
man.
my speaker is malfunctioning. Utah Police Department. I don't know, something like that.
Can I please? I finally
No,
know this
you
one.
cannot. You
I
may
know
not.
one.
It
Look
might
in the
still be
chat.
there.
Look in the chat, Frank.
Medical
Look in the
examiner.
chat.
What is medical examiner?
What is medical examiner? It's like the
Good
word just came from
question.
on high.
Yeah.
Look at that, Frank.
Mhm.
Medical examiner. I mean, she's
saw
quite.
I closed my eyes and then Charlie came to my dream and told me that.
Well, there you go. Well, there you go.
I believe
I
you.
love it. I love it.
trust
Medical
you,
examiner.
Frank. I trust you.
What we got? Crystal, what you got?
I'm going to go with a different category: deflections and diversions for 300.
3. All right, let's see what we got. Her repeated pivots to the media is lying fall into this classic culture war tactic.
Saya?
Is that
What
your?
is Saya?
Is
That's a
that
good
your?
one.
What?
Yeah, that's my final answer.
I like
That,
it,
But
that
I like
actually
it too.
sounds
I
right.
like that one, but that is not it.
Oh no.
It's a little bit. It's a little less. It's a little less robust than that. But I like that though. I do like that one though. Maybe we'll do that for Jeopardy too. I like that one.
I like that one too.
All right. What we got? West Virginia.
All right. So let's go to man, this is a toughie. So I'm thinking I want to go back to where Frank started. Let's go to I'm totally making this up for 400.
Okay, let's do it. She used this line to turn Charlie Kirk's death into a broader battle against unseen puppet masters.
Okay, she used this line to turn Charlie Kirk's death into a broader battle against unseen puppet masters. What is, they didn't show me the text. Why didn't they show me the text? Why didn't they show me the footage with my own eyes? Why didn't I get my personal self? I haven't talked to Charlie, broke bread with him in 5-6 years. Oh, I'm sorry, that's too long of an answer. So,
She's using
Probably
everything,
wrong.
every answer it could be.
Right. She trying. She was trying. I'm gonna give her that. She gets kudos for trying.
What is demons? What is dreams? What is OMG?
And is that your final answer?
That's my
The chat
final
room, you don't
answer.
know
All right, I'm gonna leave that there because again, that one is a tough one, and you do have to. But I think there's another question here that will lead. Well, actually, there has been a question that will lead you to this one, but you didn't know about it. So there are some tough ones in here, though. I have to hand slap editor Jason because I thought these were a little bit lower tier, so we got to work on that.
No, it's definitely a mind bender, Mr. Jason. Let me tell you. I kudos off to you, man. I think you're doing such a great job with this.
I'm having a blast. Lady Kaida, what you got?
So I would say questionable evidence for 100, please.
All right, let's go. She claimed to have receipts, but they turned out to be screenshots from this app.
I believe it is. What is WhatsApp? Is that where the group chat was?
Yep.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
What is WhatsApp? Absolutely.
Great job.
All right, so we got that. All right, is it Crystal? No, I'm sorry, it's Frank. It is
Frank.
Brother Frank.
Brother.
Okay.
What you got?
I am making this up for 400.
Okay, I love it. Let's go. She used this line to turn Charlie Kirk's death into a broader battle against unseen puppet masters.
We're going to figure this out.
What is he was betrayed by everyone or he was betrayed?
I'll let you have it, except who is the everyone? There's a
FBI.
specific everyone. And
Fed, Mossad, the Jews, I don't know. Everyone.
Bibi Netanyahu,
USA.
President Trump,
Trump.
all right, real
Megyn
quick.
Kelly,
In the
Ricky
chat, do y'all
Anthony.
want me just to give this to Frank? Let me know. In the
Give it
chat,
to
let me know.
Frank. I say
Y'all want me to give it to Frank?
Yeah.
All right, because
Please
it is a
do.
little tougher than I thought.
It
This is bigger than Charlie. This is about the elites.
She dropped the elite thing. How dare she?
The elites entered the chat. The elites got into the group chat. I don't know how they did it. Shout out to Frank.
Shout out.
All right, Crystal, what you got, friend? What you got?
Public
The
view.
bees. Public feuds
Let's go 300.
for 3. Let's go.
Let's go.
She suggested Erica Kurt was misled by these 2 unnamed advisors, sparking online outrage.
Unnamed advisors.
I'm not following this one. I've not had this one.
I think I might know this one.
She never said who they were. Don't lean on the number. Don't lean on the number. Don't lean on the number. Who are these people? Like this. Matter of fact, she talked about me yesterday. Even there you go. I'm gonna throw it out there. She talked about me yesterday.
The handlers? What is the handlers?
Handlers, absolutely, absolutely. Who are Erica Kirk's handlers? Again, no reference. You just got handlers.
Erica had handlers too.
She's alluded to it. I'm sorry, she doesn't say it directly.
Wow.
But don't worry, Kaida, you got handlers.
You
didn't even know it.
I thought she was saying that Erica Kirk was a handler. Like,
Can we
he
get
Okay,
lived
that-
his life
Can we?
at the perfect time.
It's a good thing that she has handlers. At least somebody is controlling her. Maybe it's herself. Maybe
They're
she's
not doing a good enough job. We need a bigger shot collar because
So
I'm
the
sorry,
problem with
Frank.
Candace Owens is that she doesn't have anybody handling her. I think that's the problem.
That's
Yeah.
problem. Yeah, that's the problem. There you go.
Yeah. And what is Candace's definition of, I mean, is it from, like, I'm reading Musab Hassan Youssef's new book, and he talks about his handler openly publicly talked about being a handler. So I have to know what her definition of handler is first. And I agree with you. There's no handling going on.
There's none. Her handler needs to do a better job.
Definitely.
Oh, what you got, West Virginia? What you got?
Okay, we're gonna switch it up. I'm gonna go with deflections and diversions for 100.
All right, let's see what we got. Instead of addressing Kurt's family grief, Owen spent a live stream talking about this unrelated woke topic. This one is a little bit difficult.
I don't remember.
I realized when I said it, I was like, man, this one's kind of tough. You had to be paying attention in the beginning of her.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Chat, we need you guys on this one. Look it
No,
up on Google.
Well, I was actually.
I know what it is.
Oh,
I know
Oh, you
what
do.
Oh,
Yes.
I was,
okay. Don't.
I was actually
Is this comedian with the talk show, with the late night
No.
show? What's his name?
No, well, hold on 1 second. Hold on. What'd you say, West Virginia?
Yeah, so when I was thinking about when she first opened her mouth about all of this coming up, instead of addressing Kirk's family's grief, Owen spent a live stream talking about this unrelated woke topic. So if it's a woke topic, I mean, she talked about herself mostly. I felt
I'll
like.
tell you, it's in the chat. I've seen
Oh,
it.
it's in the chat. Let
I
me
see it.
see. What is transgenders
What is transgender sport in sports?
in sports? Okay.
Yep.
What
Yep.
did she really?
She did.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that, Jason.
So that was one of her. That was one of her. That was one of her early discussions. Instead of talking about the grief of the family, she was talking about transgender athletes in women's sports.
She's
All right,
completely
let's keep
gone
this-
mad. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Sarah.
she's out of control. All right, Kaida, what you got?
I'm gonna stay in the same topic, but I'm gonna hit you up for $500.
Okay, here it comes.
500 bones.
Critics say her diversions were less about Charlie and more about building this personal asset.
I'm gonna guess because we've talked about her lawsuits and needing money. So I'm gonna say, what is money for lawsuits?
Oh, I like it. I like it. That is not it, but that is not a bad answer. That is not it.
My
That is not
backup,
it.
Can I do one more?
Okay.
You know what? Since this is the first time you've been on, I'm gonna let you do it.
Chat. It's in the chat, girl. Let me tell you, it's in the chat.
Yeah, I said the legal money. If
No,
it's
go
not
below that. It's the next one.
clout and clicks,
Oh, dang, I'm on the
the
wrong one.
audience. Is that what it is? That was
Starts
my
with a
backup.
B.
was gonna be the
What would be
audience.
another? What would be a more formal term for clout? What would you say if you were in a boardroom or in a Fortune 500? What would you say clout is? It's your
Brand.
That don't help me at all.
What is
Oh,
your
I'm sorry.
brand?
Is it?
Yes. Yes.
What is your
Okay.
brand?
They put it in all caps for you. Thank you. Thank
They was
you.
coming to you. They was coming for you. They was coming for you.
Honey.
In there.
Yeah,
All
the
right, what
first
you got, Frank? What you got, my friend?
Let me see.
Oh, I'm sorry. Whoa, sorry about that. Sorry.
I'm totally making this up 500. Let me go.
All right, let's go. You totally making it up? You ready? Let's go. Anytime her critics push back, she defaults to her self-martyrdom line about her truth telling.
Huh. She defaults to this self-martyrdom lie about her truth telling.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever they don't want us to prod the narrative. They don't want us to question. They don't want us to ask questions.
Because I'm
over the mark. I'm close to the truth.
I'm gonna let you have it. Because
Yes, I was gonna say, yeah, because trust me, bro.
I mean, it's the literal trust me, bro.
It's the literal trust me, bro. Trust
Usually
me,
says
bro.
that if they start criticizing her for saying something, it's because she's close to the truth or she's over the mark, something like that.
Yes, yes. If they try to silence her.
Yeah, they're trying to silence her because she's close. She's too close now.
Too close to it.
Mhm.
Even though I'm wrong, I don't even know how to tell time, but I'm close. What you got, Crystal?
I will do Public Feuds 200.
Public Feuds for 200. Michael Rappaport roasted her response to Kurt's death, calling it this 2-word phrase.
I have
You
no
remember anybody? You say what?
I have no idea.
I'm thinking.
I'm feeling pretty inadequate on the Candace. Let me just give you your award right now
I'm
for
thinking about
being
it.
like. I mean, this guy is. I love your series.
These are great
on
questions.
this.
Yeah.
They really are.
I'm gonna go with what the chat said. What is clout chasing?
What is clout chasing? Come
Yay!
on.
Woo,
That's a
go
good
Thank
one.
you,
Thank you,
chat.
Matt.
Thank you, chat.
There we go. The chat coming through.
Chat coming through there.
chat
Y'all are
coming
awesome.
through.
Y'all are awesome.
All right, West Virginia, what we got?
All right, you know what? Let's switch gears and let's go back to questionable evidence. Let's just go for that 500. I'm feeling,
You feeling good?
I hope so.
Critics say her selective picks details a practice also known as this kind of selective reasoning.
Hmm.
Cherry pick.
What is selecting setting the narrative or
Cherry picking. I don't know.
what is ooh, let me
I'm gonna
look
mute
it
you, Frank.
up. Gonna say it again, Frank.
It's on the chart.
What is cherry picking?
What is cherry picking?
Cherry picking.
Oh,
I like that.
Because she
Cherry
picks
picking.
it, she
That's
picks evidence that
yes.
she only wants to run
Yes.
with.
that makes sense.
Yes. Thank you guys. Y'all are awesome. Look, they're blowing it up with cherry picking. Woohoo.
Yeah.
What we got, Kaida? What you got?
We're gonna go for a little number. I'm totally
Wait.
making
You know
this
what?
up.
Hold on. I gave
100.
that to Frank. I'm sorry. That's supposed to go to you. I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
So we're gonna go with I'm totally making this up for $100.
I have no clue what I'm talking about, but I know it.
I'm pretty sure this is what we've been repeating this whole time.
Just
I
play the
don't
clip.
know, but I know no. Can I hit that clip in this?
Yes, I'm gonna get you. I got your clip. Here it
is-
comes. What is the answer, Kaida?
What is I don't know, but I know no.
And in honor of you,
I don't know, but I know. You know? I don't know, but I know.
as a matter of fact, we actually have an old school version.
I don't know, but I know. Okay? I don't know, but I know. It makes sense.
And she even threw the okay in there.
She did.
That
Yes,
was
she
a
did.
complete package right there.
That thing made total sense to her. Bless her heart. That thing made total.
And the
That thing made
conviction.
perfect sense to her.
Yes.
I love it. All right, Frank, let's go.
Okay, let's go. Conspiracies for 500.
Conspiracies for 5. What we got? The contradiction between her calling for justice and simultaneously dismissing law enforcement findings is an example of this rhetorical fallacy.
Okay, the contradiction between her calling for justice and simultaneously dismissing law enforcement findings is an example of this rhetorical fallacy.
I see some, boy, there are a lot of rhetorical fallacies in here, but I don't see it. No, this one actually could qualify. Wait. This one right here could qualify, but that's not it. No, this one. But no, that's not it. Hold on. I'm trying to look, see if I see it. No, I don't see it. That's crazy.
Somebody said, what is framing a narrative?
Did I say what is conspiracy theory? What is calling for justice?
Confirmation bias.
I like confirmation bias. I like that, but that's not it.
What is self-exempting?
Hypocrisy. Oh, sorry. What is hypocrisy?
Well, hypocrisy is not a logical fallacy.
Well, dadgummit. What's it, sister or brother?
We need some hints.
Wait, did you
We
just
need
say
some
logical effect? I say oxymoron. I completely agree with you, but I don't think that counts either. A red herring. Circular argument.
I like circular argument.
Can we just go with circular argument since we're, cognitive dissonance?
Well, I'm sorry. Here. Let's get rid of it. It is begging the question.
Oh, I don't know if I've heard that.
Yeah, it's begging the question.
Yeah, begging the question. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to give it to you, Frank, because you know why? Because I'm just doing that. All right. Shout out to Frank. What we got? What you got, Crystal? What you got?
Let's see. Deflections and diversions, 200.
Deflections, diversions for 2. Let's go. When asked about her own role at Turning Point USA, she diverted by blaming this political ideology.
This political ideology.
Mm-hmm. Political. And she used to talk about this a lot. I'll give you a
little need your help, chat.
She used to talk about this one a lot. She don't mention it very much anymore.
Zionism. I want to jump in.
I was about to say, is it the Zionist again?
No, it's not Zionist.
She liked to blame the Jews, the Zion.
What is MAGA? Thank you. I was thinking MAGA.
That's who she's blaming now. I said she used to talk about this quite often, especially when she was talking about BLM. She doesn't talk about this group anymore. I mean, this political ideology.
Antifa?
What is
Antifa?
Nope.
That's the only one I can think
No,
of.
that's a group.
MAGA.
But this is
Okay.
an ideology. What is the ideology?
Oh, make America great again.
No, that would be MAGA still. This is something older. This is when she was talking
Yeah.
about BLM.
What is Blexit? But that was her organization. That's
That's
not an
correct.
ideology.
I don't see
What is
any of
racism?
Racism is not.
It is an ideology. I
No, it's the
think.
ideology, but that's not. No, wow.
Neo-Nazism.
You know what? I'm gonna throw this back. We're gonna bring it back.
Yeah, let's
Crystal,
circle back.
Crystal,
I like the circle
I'm gonna let you
back.
pick another one. Let's go, because that's what we're doing.
Okay. Candy Rot 200.
Candy Rock for 2. Who thought having a meeting in the Hamptons would give me candy rot?
Are you saying who's the
Right.
person that had it?
Yeah, who's the person that sponsored or
Bill
facilitated the meeting in the?
Who is Bill Ackman?
Who is Bill
Oh, yeah.
Bill
Ackman?
Woo!
Who is it? Bill
Ding,
Ackman.
ding, ding.
I couldn't think of his name.
All right, I love it.
What is Ben Shapiro? Somebody said, "What is Ben Shapiro?"
All
Like
right.
anybody, just pick one.
West Virginia Wire, what you got?
All right, I'm just going to say, let's just go on and finish out one of these categories. So let's go on and I'm totally making this up for 200.
Okay, let's see. Owens often deflects criticism by claiming this shadowy institution doesn't want independent thought.
There are plenty
What
of shadowy
is
institutions.
MK Ultra? What is the FBI? What is,
What is Kabbalah? The
the
Franklin,
Fed?
the
What is the
your
cabal? What is the deep state? What is the deep state? She talks about the cabal and the deep state. What
cabal,
is the
deep state?
CIA?
The
Is it in the
CIA.
chat, Jason?
I have
I'm
not
reading
seen it
everything in
yet,
the
but I'm gonna give it
chat.
to her in a second
Really?
anyway. I'm gonna give it to her in a second.
What is Israel? The X-Men school? You
X-Men
gotta
school
go with
is
the X-Men
wild.
school. Come on,
What
man.
is anybody but?
What is the media doesn't want you to think for yourself?
What?
This was one of her earlier argumentations
See,
that the media
we
doesn't
went,
want you.
we went from
Exactly.
institutions, and I was still in that institutionalized,
Mhm.
Oh, so you gotta
indoctrinated
see
thinking.
you got
I didn't free my
institutionalized. You
mind.
gotta get free.
I
Free
didn't
your
free my
mind.
Oh my gosh.
Aida, free your mind.
We're gonna go to the candy store. We're going with Candy Rot for 300.
All right, let's see what we got. We're known for building pyramids, but Candy Rot has us named in the Charlie's murder.
This was one of the weirdest ones. I think she talked about this today. I didn't see her live stream because we didn't have Jason to help us to watch it today. So,
I know.
Egypt. What is Egypt? Where is Egypt? Who is Egypt? Why is
What
Egypt?
is
Yep, very
Egypt?
good. I knew it was Egypt.
Why is Egypt catching
It was
flack?
planes,
That
trains,
is
and automobiles.
She
Yeah.
really did. She's talking about Egypt in connection with Charlie's death. Really?
Yeah, she was
And
today.
she talked
There's like
about
some airplane
Utah.
that landed.
She
Yeah.
she actually said Utah time. Like Utah has its own time zone.
Right.
Like not central time, like
And she blamed
Utah
Egypt.
time.
She doesn't blame them because she uses a very, and I think I heard this from you, Frank. She does a great job of blaming but not blaming.
Right.
Saying something but not saying something.
Yeah.
Like
if you
I would
watch
say
without
I would say that, you know, there's these people on the screen that have like a purple background, and it's very possible that they're wearing a baseball cap and such like that. And it's you know what? They might not even be in the United States. All right. But I'm not talking about Frank. Oh, y'all said Frank. I didn't say Frank. You said Frank.
And when you respond by saying, "Why are you calling out Frank?" I didn't call. When did I say his name?
When did I say Frank?
Exactly.
Let's just say we were late because we thought this show was on Utah time.
Well, there we go. We thought, hey, there we go.
That's
So-
forgivable
She's named
today.
Bill Ackman. She did that. Like, it was so annoying. When Bill finally responded, she was like, "I didn't say you said it. I didn't say you." I was like, "But you
But
mentioned."
you did.
You mentioned
Yeah.
another thing. You mentioned everything was as if it was connected. Anybody listening will connect it. But yes, you did not connect it. But What did you
Yep.
expect us to think? And then she was like, well, I did not say it. Making it look like Bill was not responding to her, like he was not actually responding to his claims. And I was like, well, it's because you didn't claim anything.
Well, why don't you tell him who you
And then
want?
if
Who
you-
you want to
And then if
respond?
you
Well,
and then if
can I
you do
pose a
want
question?
if you do respond, then you're suspicious. So it's like you
Yeah.
can't do anything.
Either way, you're messed up because the evidence will never be good enough for her. But my only question is, where does she get this hubris of when she accuses someone of something, which we know here in America that the burden of proof is on the accuser, but she
Right.
accuses the friend, and because they won't fly over to America at her behest when she says that, all of a sudden, oh, they're guilty. So that's my only thing. I'm like, what hubris? I mean, I would never. Anyway, let's
But
go.
that's her.
Sorry.
All right, let's keep this game going.
Let's get this
Crystal,
game
what you got?
going.
It's Frank, I think. Frank is.
Oh,
Yeah.
did Frank? Oh, it is Frank. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Frank, what you got, brother?
Okay, conspiracies for 400.
All right, let's go. Candy compared Charlie's murder to this infamous inside job she once hinted at.
JFK. What is JFK? JFK's murder.
Uh,
No, 9/11.
Oh,
9/11.
yeah.
Yeah, it was 9/11.
What is
My first
9/11?
thought was
All right.
JFK
Ding, ding,
too.
ding, ding, Frank.
All right, Frank is
Nice
green. Yep.
job.
Now, Crystal. Well, first of all, I got to clear the screen. Okay, Crystal. All right, we're plowing through. We're plowing through. What we got?
We're getting there.
Tag. Public feuds for 400.
Public feuds for 400. Candace's handling of the tragedy may have permanently fractured her ties with this organization.
TPUSA. What is TPUSA?
What is TPUSA?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Turning Point USA. And I think it's fair to say
There's no coming
yeah.
back from what she's
way.
done.
There's
None.
no way.
None.
No.
she will not be invited to the company Christmas
But
party.
unfortunately, they will not say her name. It's like
No.
they will never say her name. In all of their responses, they will never. I don't know why. Maybe they're afraid of her or something, but they will never say her name.
I think they're just taking a page from Charlie, because Charlie, even though he didn't agree with her, he never mentioned it. He never said anything. So I think they're just taking a page from him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess.
No, I agree. What we got, West Virginia? What you got?
I'm going to finish out Candy Rot with 100.
Okay, let's go. We're Charlie's legacy, but now Candy Rot has diminished his work.
We're Charlie's legacy, but now Candy Rot has diminished his work.
It's the same question from early.
What is, wait, TP USA?
It's the same. I wasn't being very creative at that moment. Sorry about that. Y'all wanted more creativity. I let you down.
Well, you had a lot of boxes to fill. So.
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
Yours is purple. Sorry. Here we go.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let
Oh,
us
that's
go.
my favorite number, 16. Is that? Go ahead. I'm sorry. I got sidetracked.
West Virginia Wire on the side quest. We're going to get you together. We're going to get it together.
Shiny
All right.
things.
Kaida, what you got?
So we have a lot. Actually, the one you're hovering over. We got to get some of these personal ambitions out of here.
All right. Candace has fallen out with many people over this death. This man of the cloth attack really shocked most people.
I can think of two people. So I'm wondering if it was the first one. So the first time she did this was with Pastor Rob McCoy. So who is Pastor Rob McCoy?
Who is
Okay.
Pastor
Yep.
Rob? Pastor Rob
Yep.
catching flack. What in the world?
He is. It's horrible.
All right.
And Frank.
And let us keep going. Thank you very much. Great question. Great answer, rather. Frank, what you got, my friend?
Personal ambitions for 500.
Uh-oh. All right. Let's see what you got.
He's gathering all
Her
the things.
critics say she treats every crisis as this type of opportunity.
Every crisis, opportunity for clout, for clout chasing.
There's a particular word that gets thrown around about her all the time.
Really?
It is now entered the chat. It is now entered the chat, by the way.
Yes, it has.
Is it for grifting? What is grifting?
There you go. What
Yep,
is
money.
what is a
money.
grift?
Thank you, chat.
The
Outstanding.
eternal promise of hopium, the eternal promise of something that will be delivered that never gets delivered. You just anyway. I'm sorry. Is that right? That's kind of
All
a
right,
long
we're-
definition.
What you got, Crystal? What you got?
I will go with deflections and diversions, 200.
2. Let's go. When asked about her own role at Turning Point USA, she diverted by blaming this
Dang,
political
question.
I'm gonna figure
ideology.
this out.
Oh, this question. I woke. I didn't know. Not woke.
Okay, stay on that street of wokeness. Stay on that street.
Stay on the street of wokeness.
It's actually its cousins have entered the chat.
Oh, Maxis.
All of its cousins have entered the chat. His whole family's there except it. This
Communism?
particular
Oh,
Communism?
no.
Marxism?
Oh,
There's so
Leftism.
many isms.
I gotta help Crystal out. I gotta help her out.
That one.
It is now entered the
is.
chat.
yeah.
Socialism?
What is socialism?
Socialism.
Absolutely.
Ding, 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 ding.
I don't remember her talking about that. What did she say about it?
That was early on. Again, she would blame socialism for any kind of, and it didn't have to be specifically on this topic of Charlie,
Okay.
but it was socialism was one of her. Whenever somebody pushed back on her in the media, they were being socialist.
Well, you know, can I just say that PragerU took her under their wing after she was on stage with Charlie Kirk when she first got started. And this was when she broke with Turning Point USA.
Yeah.
And I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
I won't give it away then in case y'all are working on some stuff about it. But man, when I tell you, I did not know she made that statement and the backlash she got. And it just seems like she's just a series of unfortunate events. But let's keep going. I'm sorry.
She's her own, but she is the reason for. She's a purveyor of her unfortunate events. So it's not like something that's happening to her. She's she's happening to herself.
See what happens? We get reeled in. I start thinking, oh, I feel she's a victim. Thank you for correcting me, Jason, because that is so true.
What we got? West Virginia is you.
Oh, Lord, it's on me. Okay. All right. So let me get that 100 out of the way for personal ambitions.
Instead of grieving, Owens teased a new documentary titled This.
Please don't tell me it was what is Succession, when she did that Succession
What happened
scene.
in the Hamptons?
What happened in the Hamptons? Did she really?
No, she did say this. This is a very niche. I mean, you had to have heard her say it. I don't think it's just like I don't think I've heard her say it much more. I'm sorry, I don't think I've heard her more than just one time. Sorry.
Is this her documentary or one that she just promoted?
Becoming Charlie Kirk. What is
it? It's on that street. It's on that street.
Yeah.
It's on that street. But it was hers that she's kind of threw it out there. And
what
again,
is
I don't
becoming the heir Succession, right?
No.
Isn't that no?
It's the poster. Is it the poster? Because I saw the poster one.
The truth about Charlie.
Are you kidding?
I don't think I heard that.
Unoriginal.
I missed that
she
one.
She doesn't have an original thought in her head.
I don't know
I
anything.
don't think so either. What we got? Hold on. Let's see. This is you right here. Yeah. So it was a one-off, and I don't think, again, it was a little bit more niche than.
She's saying she's anti-AI. I think she should use more AI. Forgive me, Lord, for saying that. That was the most unoriginal title for a series, like so unflattering.
But let's just keep it 100%. Do we expect her to do better?
No.
Really?
No.
There's no reason for her to do better.
She's got a whole team, though. She should fire her team. What are they doing? Oh, they're
She
not
should
allowed
fire
to
them.
speak out against her, I guess.
Bless
she's
their
not
hearts.
her audience are not expecting the most. In fact, the bare minimum is enough to satisfy them.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. She
Oh,
threw a
where we
little
at
breadcrumb.
next? We are Kaida.
It's Kai. Yep. Kai.
So personal ambitions, let's knock this one out. Let's do 200.
All right, here it comes. She hinted the truth about Kurt's death would only come out if you did this. Hint, subscription.
I think the only subscription she has is her book club. So I'm going to say, well, yeah, what is her book club?
Could be, what
that
is
what
her
it-
Patreon?
her paywall. What is her
Like-
paywall?
It might even just be her website.
Yeah,
What
but is the paywall
Wait,
an
what'd you say,
app?
Kaida? Say Kaida.
CandaceOwens.com or
Just to her daily show.
Her
It was
daily.
just
Oh.
subscribing to her daily
Yeah.
show because she's gonna give you the
I know
the
she has
deets every day.
the book club where she had her extra
Yeah,
information.
she just
Yeah.
That's
this,
great.
She does have her own
Dinesh
website now, though.
Mhm.
Dinesh said she does this strip tease where she's just like, "Oh, you want to see something? Come back tomorrow for more." I'm just
Come
Did
back
you
tomorrow.
just say striptease?
He did say that. Frank is gonna get put in 0 second timeout
Please
for that.
consider becoming a member. You can go buy a cup of coffee, keep the lights on here at the JWIT podcast. You guys, thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. Let's keep going, man. We're knocking this out.
There we go. What we got, Frank?
All right. Deflection and diversions for 400.
All right, what we got? She brought up Hunter Biden's laptop during a segment on Charlie's funeral. This is an example of whataboutism, also called.
Tukokwe. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it very well.
What is
Say
it?
again.
Give me a moment.
Yeah, give it a moment. Let me
He's
see.
looking at. Are you looking it up?
It's very possible he might be, but if he isn't,
That's
Well,
all
we need
right.
the chat too. We need the chat too.
Chat, Frank needs you.
Deflection.
Tukokwe fallacy.
It's like a tap dance, you know.
I wanted
What
to
you got,
stop-
Frank?
Tukokwe fallacy.
Oh, I like that one,
Ooh,
but that is not it.
fancy.
That is very fancy.
Moral relativism. I don't. No, that's not it. False equivalence.
Rely
Wait,
more
say
on the
again. What did you say,
comments.
Frank?
Relativism.
Wait, Frank, what did you just say?
I said two things: moral relativism, false equivalence.
I like false equivalence. There we go.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh, now that
So that's a false equivalence. So if I try to compare something and say, well, hey, what about Frank? And
Yeah.
well, Frank is completely, totally different than
Mhm.
the argument. So that would be a false equivalent. Excellent
yeah,
job.
you do
All
say
right.
that a lot, Jason. Why didn't we know that? Jason says that a lot
do.
about, no, I mean, you talk about like, anyway, I have candy rot brain.
No,
Let's go.
we're done with Candy Rod. We're done with Candy Rod.
Oh, we are.
All right.
See there?
I said we're done with
Maybe
it. What
we're
you got?
not. Don't doubt me,
Oh.
Jason. This is the Trust Me Bro series.
And that is true.
Go ahead,
Um,
Crystal. Sorry.
Questionable evidence 200.
Let's go. Let's see what kind of questionable evidence
Miss
we
V
can
said
find.
you got to be smart to be on Jason's Jeopardy. I have to agree.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
not
at the-
sure. I'm not sure Candace could pass Jason's Jeopardy.
She might. I don't know.
She
Well,
might.
she forgets a lot of the stuff she says, so honestly, you might be
I
right.
totally think she does. I do
Yeah.
think that. Because you know what I would say to her if she came on the show.
But I don't like little lies. When there is one lie, there's 20.
And see?
Nice, well played.
And then
I
of
need to
course,
see her
of course,
library of clips.
well, she
Yes,
wouldn't like
please.
Jeopardy. You know, she wouldn't like Jeopardy anyway. You know why? Because you have to answer the question.
You don't get to ask those questions. What's wrong with you, Mom? Why are you so scared?
Okay, that's the last one.
Stop it. I'm going to
That's
lose
the
my
last
contacts.
one.
I'm laughing so hard.
No, I won't do it again.
Right there.
I won't do it
Oh, my
again.
goodness.
I just laugh.
Weird.
Okay, that's it. I'm done now. Okay.
Weird.
Owens displayed blurry footage from the gas station camera located in this state, not even where Kurt died. Does anybody remember this?
I remember this, but I don't even remember what.
I don't remember the
I thought it-
location.
So is this
I-
the one where she said that he would never say vehicle? That just doesn't sound like him. Is this the same video footage?
No,
What is
this is like
Florida?
security.
I'm gonna go with Florida. What is Florida?
Wait, whose question was it? Hold on, wait, stop.
It's
mine.
Crystal's.
Oh, it's Crystal.
question.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm getting so many choices here. I have Florida.
Now, let me
Put
see.
it together,
I
chat.
have Florida, Nevada.
But did anybody say Jerusalem? See, that's where, see, they're wilding out.
Jerusalem. What?
Texarkana is
Texarkana.
crazy.
There's so
That's
many
crazy.
dates in the chat.
I see Jew
Oh my
people. Oh my goodness, what
Oh
is
my
happening
gracious.
here?
I don't
I
know.
see
That's crazy
dead
work.
people. It's like I see dead people. You know the
It'd have to
movie.
be close to Utah if it's not in Utah.
There you go. Right.
So, what is Arizona?
What is Arizona? Come on. Oh, sorry about that. Hold on. Hit the wrong button.
Hey, show that.
What is Arizona?
Somebody in the chat.
We go.
You know how Candace does. Get that up on the screen. Yep.
Get that up on the screen.
Get that up on the screen.
I love it. All right, what we got? We have the last two rounding these bases. We are back to West Virginia. Wire, what you got?
I just really feel a strong.
Wow.
I'm getting a vision and a dream
Strong and
that deflections and diversions for 300.
Let's go.
Please.
Her repeated pivots to the media is lying fall into this classic culture war tactic.
What is Stockholm syndrome? I don't know.
Deflection.
Okay, that's kind of funny, but no.
I'm sorry. Wow. Okay. So, what is
There's some good ones in there, but those are
there-
not
yeah,
it.
that's not it. I know the media is lying. Fall into this classic culture war tactic. You can only trust me. What is you can only trust me? I am the only trustworthy source of information. There's a word for that. And I can't.
Let
think
your
of it.
answer have the word part of this. Notice there's quotation marks around that little sentence set. So your answer needs to have some of that in there.
Okay. What is I am telling the truth. The media is lying to you. You can't trust the media.
Oh,
I think I
can't
already
trust
said
the
that.
media. That's a good one.
Media bashing.
Media bashing. Okay.
They're bashing, but she says she's the one getting bashed. Does she
Well,
consider herself?
No, that's what
media?
she's doing. She's bashing the media. So that's what it is.
Mhm.
But guess what? You got it nonetheless.
See
All
how
right.
stupid we become watching
No.
Candace Owens.
That's a good
I'm
point.
sorry.
That is a good point. That's a good point. All right, we're gonna finish this up. Aida, you don't really have any other choices.
I know. Look at all the options. What do I decide?
Questionable evidence. Her team of evidence gatherers is called this.
Candace.
Oh, I
Oh, I
this
know
one.
that one.
I'm
Let's
gonna
say
guess
it together.
what is
Yeah,
the
What is
Candace squad?
anonymous
Where-
source?
Oh no.
CIA,
Say-
is it the CIA, the Candace Intelligence Agency? What is the Candace Intelligence Agency?
I like that one.
Oh, what
I'm
is
gonna
mommy
let you have
sleuths?
That's a mommy sleuths. That's
it's
what
mommy
called.
sleuths, but I'm gonna let you have that one. I like
Let her have it.
I'm gonna let you have
Yes,
it for sure.
totally.
Was
Totally.
not spelled correctly.
That's a
Mommy
good
It was not-
sleuths. Hey.
It's not spelled
hey.
correctly.
Excuse me.
Oh, look at that. It's not on the
we
screen
are
anymore. Don't even
trusting
have
our
it.
vision. We are trusting our vision. Don't trust your vision.
Right. Don't trust what you see.
Jason.
Trust what I'm telling you. It
It's
was spelled
Jason.
correctly.
Yes.
Trust
That
me.
is a
It's
trickery
dimwits.
of the
It's
mind.
hilarious.
It's the media messing with you. It's MK Ultra. It's the aliens. It's 3-Eye Atlas.
I loved it. Okay, that was it. Well, thank y'all. That was fun.
Thank
That
you,
was
Jason.
fun. Yes.
We did the final score. What was the final score?
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Let
Oh,
me pull this up so you
yeah.
can see the final scores.
I think
Uh,
I
Frank
think we
that-
got
did.
blown out
Hold
of
on
the
one second.
water by Frank. Picking all the big
Cleared the
ones.
scoreboard. We did.
Oh, sorry,
Oh
this-
my
hold on,
Oh my
fix
gosh,
it.
goodness.
so much.
Frank,
What
we're
did
not
There we go.
ready.
What
All
did
right,
I
so-
win?
All right. So
And
West
then-
Virginia Wire, a strong
last.
showing of 1,700. Shout out to Crystal Beyond Labels, rounding the base of the third place with 2,200. Kaida coming in with a strong showing of 3,000. And then, but the man of the hour, all the way from Nigeria, Mr. Frank, coming up with 3,700. Way to go.
Jason,
I
we
think
have
I
an
I think I was
emergency
favored. I think I
comment
was-
here.
I was-
No final Jeopardy. Miss
No, it doesn't.
Almia Albertson said 3216 said what? No, 3 question marks now. No final
I
Jeopardy.
know, right? That's legitimate. When you
That's
put 3 question
serious.
marks,
That's
that's
serious
how-
business.
that's serious business right there. It doesn't allow you to do Final Jeopardy. And it also doesn't allow the little music.
Stay tuned.
Because I would
part
love
2.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd
we'll-
be cool. We'll
we'll
figure
figure
it
it out.
out. We will figure it out.
I
We're
think-
gonna
I think
figure it
I won-
out.
I think I
guarantee.
won because there was this undue advantage that I was given. Maybe call it reparations that I was given by.
You're getting
No, you
reparations.
did
I love it.
good. Jason, if I could just say, Frank, no, you did well because even when I was given the answers, I still got it wrong. So I think you fully deserve. You know, you listened to the audience. You said, "Well, here's the answer," and Jason was like, "I'm going to give it to you," but he was like, "I'm giving it to you." I'm like, "Okay."
So this is what I think. You know what, Frank? You know what? I think you all are winners. And I think what we should do is everybody in the best live chat on the internet. There's 372 people in the best live chat on the internet. Make sure that you make your way over to Kaida's and Crystal Beyond Labels, West Virginia Wire, and of course, frank with a Nigerian perspective, run by over there. Make sure now that I'm pretty sure they're going to earn it. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel and tell them that I sent you, that you came back from the Jeopardy game. I think that's the best
Thank
way.
you.
That's the best parting gift you can get, because we're on a budget
Everybody
over
in
here.
the audience gets a parting gift. I love
That-
it. You get a link to take home with you.
Yep.
There you go. Everybody gets a wonderful parting gift.
Look under your
Shout-
seat. There's an envelope. Open it. It's a link star. Link star.
Absolutely love it.
You go there, you receive free content that we already have on the internet. Look
That's
at
Well,
it.
there you go. You can't beat that. Come on, man.
Absolutely free. Doesn't
Good,
cost you
good
anything.
one. Mhm.
Real quick, shout out to Eric. He says, good job. This was some content creating and a great campaign. You deserve a payment for this. Whoa. Okay. Well, I appreciate it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Thank you, Eric. I
agree.
appreciate it.
That's a
It
lot
was
of
just
work.
fun.
That's a lot of work too. Thank
Now,
you,
Miss
Keith.
V with the $9, $10 super sticker. Thank you so much. No question, no comment, just pure love of the game. I'm glad y'all had fun. And then, of course, rounding the bases, V60 comes in. Says awesome. Thank you with the $20 super. Thank you so very much. I'm glad that y'all had fun with that.
That was so
Now,
much fun.
Real quick, but before we don't have to leave yet. I don't think we'll have to shut the
I'm
party
good.
down.
Let's hang out.
So real quick, tell us what your overall perspective on how Candace is treating Charlie Kirk's legacy, TPUSA, all of this. Give me your overall. Why is she doing this?
Mm.
And take a second to process. I'll start them, the Jeopardy music. But why do you think she's doing this? And whoever feels comfortable, jump in.
I
feel like, go ahead, Crystal.
Go ahead, Ty. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, it feels like something happened in the past between her and Turning Point that she just could not get over, because there's so much vengeance. And even the comment she said the other day where she's like, I was hoping we could get the band back together, and she's been ostracized. I don't know what happened. It seemed like people do not want to say what happened with her distancing herself. And I'm curious if it just has to do with her being hurt. And this is her way of lashing out, because this is not normal behavior. And I don't think it's just for the money for her lawsuits. I think she literally is very angry and very hurt, and she's lashing out. And this is her way that she deals with things like that. And obviously Jesus, and we need to keep praying for her. And I don't want to say she's never been saved, but she doesn't have the fruit, like you said, Jason. So I don't know how much Christ is centered in her life, her with whatever she's going on with emotionally. So that's why I do continue to pray for her, because she obviously needs that. And me and my family have been praying for her continuously, because it is scary where she's headed. And I don't even want to know, what that looks like in the end. So, but it definitely feels like something happened back then that we just don't know about yet.
Okay. No, I love it. Thank you so much. Anybody else? Where do you think this is going?
I
Go ahead, Crystal.
looked at it like this. Candace had whatever happened. I agree with you. Whatever happened, there was a moment of unforgiveness. I'm always going to go biblical, Jason. So
Yeah, I love it.
there was a moment of unforgiveness that she allowed to fester, and she gave the devil a foothold in her life. And so that unforgiveness turned into bitterness and hatred, and now a spirit of narcissism and a Jezebel spirit, because literally the legacy that Charlie has built, she literally is trying to burn it down. She's making people question the TPUSA. She said his whole life was a Truman Show. His whole life was everything in his life was fake, and all of these different things. So now you're putting his parents in there. You're putting his wife in there, his children. And so I feel like she allowed that to happen. And with the combination of whatever happened, and I'm specifically talking about within Israel, because this is something in the Jewish community upset her. So she's taking it out on everybody. And this narrative that now that Charlie is gone, she's now trying to tie people into that hate with her for the Jewish people. So now it's like, everybody join me, because it was Israel that did it. And now when people are like, it's not Israel, now she has to be throwing it wherever she can throw it to try and hope something sticks. But it's coming down to bitterness, anger, hatred. And I hate to say it, but I saw some pictures of her and Charlie in the past. I feel like there's a little bit of jealousy of Erica there too. There's a little bit of jealousy of Erica and his
Yeah.
love for Erica, because just looking at the pictures, and even I saw a video of a man showing that last year when she was interviewing her husband George,
Mhm.
and they said if there was anybody in your life that told you guys that you shouldn't do that, she said that she had nobody in her personal life. Now, if Charlie is her best friend as she's making it out to be today,
Hmm.
then why wouldn't she say Charlie was part of her personal life as her best friend? She said Charlie was
Yeah.
part of her professional life. So he was
Yep.
separated from her personal life. So when you hear that kind of, and Candace is all about words. So the fact that she said all that, and now she is turning this into this whole big conspiracy and trying to draw the whole world in,
Hmm.
the way how I think what she's trying to do, the final landing of this is there's now a gap open now that Charlie is no longer here. And she wants to take that space. So that's even the space of trying to convince people that Charlie was converting to Catholicism, that he was too
Mhm.
smart to be a Protestant, questioning TPUSA, saying this is now going
Hmm.
to be a Jewish community and not anything for Americans. So she's doing all that so she can take over. And that's why she keeps saying she was the Mason to help build
Yeah.
TPUSA.
Yeah.
So all of that is combined. And I think what's going to end up happening is that she's going to have a breakdown. She's going to have a breakdown. And honestly, I think she's going to fall. She's going to fall. Maybe for a little bit, but she's going to fall because where she's going, she's not burning bridges. She's exploding them. She's
Yeah.
demolishing them. She's
Hmm.
widening the path so you can't even get close to her. That is what
Yep.
she's currently doing. So that's what I feel where Candace is right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you got? What you got, West Virginia?
Yeah.
Thank you
So
very much.
I'm going to take a little bit of a different perspective here. Not different. I'm just going to go further back in time with Candace and just kind of wrap this up as quickly as I can. So I think she has a void. I think she has an eternal void in which I think all of y'all have touched on, especially Crystal, because we know that void is only filled by Jesus Christ. And
Hmm.
she purports and proclaims. So I think that she's never really known who she was. She comes from a broken family. She's the third of 4 children. She was raised mostly by her grandparents, supposedly. And I don't think she really knows how to tell the truth. And I don't know what kind of attention that she's gotten, but it seems like that she's always had this shield around her where no one will tell her the truth, and she's
Hmm.
being padded. So from that, she got her start because she was a victim of a hate crime. Her parents sued, all of that. So that brought her public attention. So she was thrust into the public eye at an early age. It doesn't seem like she ever completes anything, right? So we can tell by watching her series that she definitely doesn't complete things, right? Especially with, the starting with Blexit. And she keeps saying that, and the hubris of saying that you are the reason that something is built, to even try to take credit for that. I
Mhm.
feel like TPUSA was the purse strings behind funding her for Blexit and all of that, but they will never come out and say that because they're classy. But anyway, a lot of her stuff doesn't make any sense. I think that it's a void that she has not filled, and she thinks that having babies, being married after knowing someone for 18 days, maybe can fulfill that. And she's living in a fantasy world, is just my opinion. And that's all I got.
I love it. Appreciate it. What you got, Frank?
Okay, like what Crystal was saying, I think one of the things that has driven Candace Owens' public life is this vindictive. She's a very vindictive person. She used to be a leftist. She
Sure.
started the social autopsy website. Even other leftists did not support her. I mean, it's even interesting to see that other leftists were like, "No, we don't want to dox people this far." And I think because of that, to get back at the left, she became a conservative and was very staunch. As this somebody whose transformation into becoming a conservative was so rapid. 3 months down the line, she was already on Fox News. She was already on like
Right.
major. So, and she was going hard. And I think what seemed to be driving her then was, I want to get back at the left. If these people betrayed me, I was
Hmm.
doing what they wanted. They wanted to dox people. And I was like, here is a website. You people should have rallied around me and like called me your champion. I was doing what you guys wanted,
Mhm.
And then down the line, the conservatives, they welcomed her, they, did everything for her, and she proved herself to be valuable to conservatives at the time. And then there was this minor disagreement or at least that's how she saw it, the minor disagreement with Kanye West. And then she received this serious pushback when she said that Kanye West didn't say anything that was anti-Semitic, that she doesn't say anything about what Kanye West.
Good point.
And then she saw her boss, she saw everybody, the people that she has been working hard for. People that she remember when she even defended the Daily Wire against the assault from Steven Crowder. So I felt when that happened, she felt these people that have given everything for turning, they're turning against me. So she became vindictive, left the Daily Wire, and then started attacking the Jews.
Do you think a lot of it could be attention, the incessant need for attention? Just, twice she's already said that her life was in danger. She's sending these packages out. She said that about a year ago. How long ago did she say that? I know you guys know she said this before.
Yeah, she just said it recently.
I only know about the recent one. I didn't know she did that before. I had no idea.
She did.
But I know she did one very recently, yeah.
Yeah, but she did it before too.
Okay.
Let me jump in because I put out the question. I said, whatever happened to Candace and Turning Point USA? Because she went from Turning Point to PragerU, but she never really explains what happened. Why did you leave Turning Point? If Charlie was your road dog and all that kind of stuff like that, how did you end up leaving?
Address it, Jason.
Well, I'm about to talk about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, not a problem. So, and shout out to a subscriber actually sent me the article. And so if I could pull it up, because that's the smart thing to do. All right. Candace Owens quits Turning Point USA after members demand she resign. And this kind of goes along with what Frank said and other people said, that feeling of betrayal, because it wasn't just that and we're going to read through it in a second. Shout out to Tira who sent it to me. But the Turning Point in the chapters actually were requesting that she be removed because of what she did here. And I think that's where, and she's been sitting on this, festering on this. Let's keep going. Candace Owens, the GOP darling, for the moment, has officially resigned as communication director for Turning Point USA, the right-leaning organization aimed at educating college students about free markets and limited government. And there we go right there. Candace, the GOP darling at the moment, has officially resigned. I just read that. Let's keep it going. Owens announced her exit plans in a lengthy Instagram post on May 1st. And her departure comes amid calls from supporters and members of the organization for her to step down following controversial comments she made in February about Adolf Hitler. And so the post is gone. I've looked for the post. I couldn't find it. But let me just keep reading. While speaking at a London event, and I think she showed this, or I've seen this
Yesterday.
event. Yeah, yesterday. Is speaking at a London event to launch.
Sorry, it came up during our congressional hearing where I've forgotten this congressman that kind of asked her the question of what did she mean when she was talking about Hitler. Hitler was good as long as he kept it in Germany,
She was talking about nationalism, I think.
Yes. That's what she was talking about. And he wanted to be a globalist, and he wanted we're actually reading a second chapter of TPUSA. She argued that Hitler was okay leader until he tried to take his message of genocide global. If Hitler just wanted to make Germany great and have things run well, okay, fine, she said in response to a question about nationalism. The problem is he had dreams outside of Germany and wanted to globalize. He wanted everyone to be German. After that comment, several Turning Point campus chapters fired off letters calling for her to resign, according to the Daily Beast. So I think that's where the for lack of a better term, the betrayal happened, where narcissistic injury happened.
But I didn't mean to say it is probably what she was like, but I didn't mean to say it.
Well, I mean,
she said it
interesting.
She was nervous on stage.
She tried to explain it more afterwards, that she wasn't saying it was okay that he did the atrocities. He was just more like, the term nationalist is inherently not a bad thing. But it's just a way of explaining the point that she was trying to make. But later on, she did say, this is what I meant. But I mean, where we are now, years later, and the things that she's saying and kind of insinuating that there wasn't a Holocaust and we're denying these other events that really happened, like, it kind of is like, well, it's kind of, at this point, it doesn't really matter if you meant to say it that way or not. You're kind of living it out.
So now she's leaning into it. So here's the quote from some of the organizations. Turning Point USA is above this thoughtless and divisive rhetoric. And as chapter presidents and leaders of Turning Point USA, we will no longer stand idly by as they continue. They wrote in a statement, we don't believe Candace Owens to be the most effective representation of TPUSA as communications director or otherwise. Meanwhile, in her farewell post on Instagram, Owens described TPUSA as an amazing group that is fighting a so-called cultural war on college campuses. So I think it's fair to say that that's where the resentment came from, as Crystal talked about earlier. Like, this is the resentment. Like, not only did the Daily Beast, not only was the Griot, not only were outside sources, but literal inside sources were saying, hey, yo, we need to separate ourselves from you. And I think this is where she just went off the rails, in my opinion. She also notes both her excitement and sorrow over officially moving on from my role as communication director of Turning Point USA. In many ways, today feels like a graduation. Shout out to Tia
Can I ask you
Mallory.
a question real quick? This today feels like a graduation, because all I keep thinking about and seeing in my head is she talks about how she billed, but yet all she's talking about is she was asking Charlie for his credit card. You know, give me your credit card. Let's go see Kanye. We got to hook up with Kanye and talk to Kanye. Now we got to go over to England so I can meet my future husband. But anyway, keep going, because this is just, this is amazing.
No. And so let's continue. The Fox News contributor said she still plans to appear at future conferences for the conservative nonprofit organization and will continue to chair the annual Black Leadership Summit. But her focus will now be on pushing her Blexit movement and platform she uses to convince more Black voters to join the Republican Party. My dream has always been simple: to wake up Black America, to turn the lights on within the community that has been used and abused by the Democrat Party for decades, she wrote in her Instagram post. I don't know where this mission ever went. Whatever happened to this mission, Candace?
We don't hear about it anymore.
I never hear her talk about this anymore. And I think that's super interesting. But I think this is where, to answer the question I had, like, where do you think she's going or why she's doing this? I think this is it. This is what happened. Because if you follow her trajectory, she has a lot of these key moments in her life where something happened. When she was in high school, when she was had the race issue, and then moving into college, and then when she
dropping out.
Well, hold on. When she had the social autopsy page, and everybody came at her, and she literally told David Rubin that she became a conservative overnight. Like, hold on, wait. What views did the conservative have at 12 o'clock that overnight the next day you were okay with? Like, how does that work?
Right.
Like, it doesn't, like, what did conservatives, you went to bed hating conservatives, you woke up the next morning, you were okay with our views? Ma'am, that doesn't make sense. So that's why I said
she had a dream.
Well, she might have had a dream, but that's why I don't think she was ever really a conservative. But I digress.
She had a dream, a role that was non-existent. That's what I think it is. She saw that there weren't Black faces like hers as a woman leading in the conservative party. So that's a great place to place yourself, and your trajectory will go from what you were fighting for in the beginning to a whole nother level. And that's literally what she ended up getting.
Crystal, do you think she was a little, butthurt at the fact that, do you think she had aspirations for Caroline Leavitt's position, the press secretary?
I do. I think that's why she's attacking Trump now, because she celebrated Trump's win, and then not long after that,
it was immediately.
It was like a bunch of attacks against Trump, and I was just like, whoa, where did this come from? And I think it's because, again, remember, Charlie was on the in with Trump. We all know that. We talk about all the time. Yeah. She was not in the ends with Trump. She was on the outskirts with Trump, and you have to wonder why. And you've heard, Brandon Tatum doesn't say anything about her, just like Charlie doesn't say anything about her, but they all agree, we have difference of opinion. And I think Charlie and Brandon had the same opinion, ideology on certain things, and she had something different. She was more on the Kanye And I keep telling people, when Kanye is your sounding board,
It's her idol. It's her idol.
I
It is
love
her
it when
literal idol.
Crystal says that. Say it again, Crystal.
I'm just
When
saying,
Kanye,
when Kanye is your sounding board, you got problems, because that man is not right in his head. So the fact that that's who she goes to, that is her sound wisdom, and she says that quite often. Even this break that she took,
and
she was
Andrew
with, she
Tate,
was with
Crystal
Kanye.
girl,
She was
Crystal
with
and Kanye, or Crystal, Andrew and Kanye. That's who she talks about.
That's
The
wild
two,
work.
Andrew Tate and Kanye West. My goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, what about George? How does George feel about that? If
That's a great question. Let me
go ahead.
let me real quick, because speaking of George, let's take a moment of silence for George. Shout out shout out to 3216 with the $5 super, says this. She tucked those poor babies and George in the bed in September 10th, and she's been living that Bates life now. We need to demand proof of life. I think you're right. I agree with you
I
100%.
agree. Oh, we should launch should we start our own investigation
That would be
into
crazy.
where is George?
Where's George? Like, George, where you at, man? All right. And then shout out to Eric Smith with the $10 super, says it sounds like maybe we do need to dig into TPUSA for abuses against their own employees, because Brandon Tatum and other content creators have hinted at some unfair treatment from TPUSA. Really? Okay.
No, I don't think
No, he hasn't.
Brandon didn't. What Brandon was saying, because he was talking about it yesterday or the day before. He was saying that, some of the treatment, as far as people will promote certain things where others aren't promoted. So like, say like when he goes out, he says sometimes he's like, I don't go out there with security. He was like, it's not blasted like other visits are blasted, but he's like, I'm not out there for fame and fortune. I'm out there to change the lives of the young people that are coming up. He's like, so it doesn't bother me one way or the other if it's blasted to the entire campus, or if it's a smaller function. I just want to change the lives for the kids. So that's what he was saying. But what he did say is that the people that we see, conservative podcasters, they're not who we think they are. What we see he says Charlie was real, but he's talking about other podcasters. He said other conservative podcasters, as much as we think that they were real, they are not real. They say one thing in front of our face and they live a completely
What
different.
about him though? He's a little double-minded himself. I'm sorry, I was a little upset with him, Officer Tatum. But I get what you're saying, and I don't even know who anybody is real, and I hate it because y'all are the guys that I trust. And when I started watching, I was a huge fan of Candace Owens too, Crystal.
Me too.
Like I subscribe. Yes, we all are in candy rehab. My name is Regina, and I used to be addicted to candy.
That's wild work. That's wild work.
I wasn't. I was never.
I always thought she was. I thought she was smarter than that, but I wasn't. I didn't watch her. I just listened to clips and snips. But
I
go ahead.
watched every episode, every
I
live
remember
stream.
one time,
I
never
started
watched
turning when she
watch
did the
her.
piece on the USS Liberty. That's when I started turning on her, when she did that Pharisee piece of, if we've got to take 2 or 3 jobs, you will get that yearly donation every year, no matter what we have to do. And I thought, I mean, why you have to say all that?
Okay. What'd you say, Frank? Thank you.
Sorry,
Regina.
Frank, go ahead.
Okay, I was saying that I tried one time to listen to her and I just couldn't finish it. I thought she was not for me. But there's also something else that I want to point out, which is something that I notice is kind of like a flaw that many of the conservative pundits we see in the podcast space that they have, is this thing where, and I think Candace is part of what is leading to Candace's demise, or whatever that is, whatever it is that we are watching. Is this mindset of, if I am accused of something, or if I'm criticized about something, or if I'm called out for something, I'm going to double down. I think it's not just the Candace Owens thing. It's something that we see among many conservative pundits, and I don't understand why they have this attitude. We see it with Charlie when he was criticized about platforming Tucker. He just doubled down and is like, oh, you people want me not to have him, I'm going to give him two slots. You see the same thing with Matt Walsh, where he talks about the enemy to the right, this and then when he's called out for it. And I feel if conservatives keep having that mindset, it's going to lead to that that mindset would destroy them. I don't know if it would destroy the
Oh yeah,
movement
it's true.
representing it. It would
I'm not
destroy
gonna call
them.
you out because you're my friend.
Yeah,
Well,
I understand that many of them, of course, you have this because the job you're doing, people are always constantly attacking you. So you feel whenever you are attacked, you just, of course, especially when it is the left, whenever they're attacking you, you have to just keep going harder and harder. But when especially it's coming from the right, people who are your friends, people who you know are not just trying to be malicious or trying to be unreasonable, give them a listening ear, like hear them out, hear what they have to say, even if you don't agree with it, just hear them out. And I think if these people, if someone like Candace Owens had adopted the mindset or the attitude of just hearing other people out, hear them out. When I know we said that when she made that statement about Hitler and Nazis in the UK, that she later clarified. But one thing that she also didn't do was say, I was wrong. That statement, I shouldn't have said it like that. I was wrong. She kept saying that she was being taken out of context. She was being kissed. And I was like, no, there was no context that you were being taken out. You were wrong. Just be humble enough to say it. I was wrong. At this point, the podcasters that I will listen to is the ones that are willing to say, you know what? Yeah, I was wrong there. I didn't say what I said was the wrong thing. It's something that I've seen. This is why, for all his flaws, this is why I prefer Ben Shapiro to the rest of them, because he's somebody who I've seen repeatedly say, when I said this, I was wrong. But the rest of them don't have the ability. It's either they double down, they keep attack, or they just become unreasonable, like double the unreasonableness, if there's anything like that. And I think it's a very bad thing.
No, that's a great point. And I guess an analogy we could use is if we were all on a basketball team, and if you are making, I'm gonna use Qaeda just to pick, not to say that you're doing this, but if you're making unforced errors, you're dribbling off your foot, you're traveling, you're fouling for no reason, or whatever that nature, and one of your teammates comes to you and say, hey, is something going on or something wrong? Why are you making these unforced errors? And you just double down on it. You're like, oh, if you think I was wrong, then watch, I'm gonna start kicking the ball into the stands. I'm gonna do crazy stuff. And instead of saying, hey, and recognizing that this is correction that ultimately wants to help you and bring you, help us all be successful. So why not listen? And I don't think that, and I think that's what we're watching, is people not be willing to say, let me listen to what you're saying. And you're right. I am making unforced errors. I am doing something. Because again, saying something, whether it be right or wrong, but I mean, whether she was taken out of context or not, why do y'all keep getting suckered into talking about the failed art student of Germany? You could talk about something totally different and still get that across. Somebody asks you about the failed art student, just don't talk about them. Like, I don't really know about that, but what I do know is this, and you can talk about nationalism versus globalism, and you would have been just fine. But being able to think robustly like that, but you would learn that if you had conversation with somebody else and you're like not sucking at the teat of Kanye West, like there's a problem there. So I do think that part of the problem is, and this is for, because we can say that about conservatives and such of that nature, they're not willing to hear other people from a charitable position and say, oh, Frank called me out about, whatever it was. And me, instead of me being offended by it and saying Frank is trying to, sun me or whatever that nature, but like, okay, Frank wants the best for me. Or Qaeda wants the best for me. I got the best camera for Crystal. So anyway, like that.
And I think can you guys hear me? I had to switch my earbuds. Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, and I think it takes humility as well. Because just like Regina was saying earlier about Candace and her trajectory, a lot of it is her just being accepted into like, oh, these people like me, and then you go there. Oh, these people like me, then you go there. Even her walk with God, and she was saying in the conservative movement is when I noticed, oh, I guess we're Christians. So I'm a Christian. And I think it's like you allowing other people to define what your purpose and your calling is. The thing that I love about what Turning Point USA is doing now, like I watched Erica's speech, I watched JD Vance, and I was just like, wow, like it makes such a difference when you have purpose and when you have a calling and when you understand what God has allowed you and told you to do. Because I feel like there's a humility there of like, it's not on you. And I think like, Frank, like you were saying, where it's people like, why do you have to double down? Why can't you just say I was wrong? Because their image, like they have to keep that strong image of, because they're holding themselves up. And if you crumble, what are you going to do when you have
Mhm.
no support? And that's what we're going to see. Pride comes before a fall. But I feel like with a lot of a lot of these other people who are not lashing out at Candace, who have humility, who are like, hey, my purpose is like, God is trying to save this nation. God is trying to do this. This is this movement. It's like you wake up every single day with what what do I need to do? And I don't
Yep.
see that in everybody who even calls themselves a believer. And I've seen it even in my personal life. It's like people who have a purpose and a calling who are walking in that are very, very different than those who are just kind of going along and blowing in the wind. It's a very, very different type of person, type of character, type of integrity. And I think that I don't know if Candace knows, and I don't want to like diagnose her or like speak about her. These are just thoughts that I have too. Is like, does she have purpose like this? Like you're saying, where is she going with this? I don't know if she knows. I don't know if she knows this is my building blocks and this is where I'm headed. I don't know if it's like, well, the very next open door. Okay, let's go this way. And then it looks very lost and disjointed. And we're watching her show and it's like, what are you talking about? Like, literally, what are you saying?
Mm-hmm.
And do you know what you're saying, or do you just say, I have a show today, so let's, put this stuff in there? So that's how I see it when you look at the difference and the juxtaposition between people who are called and living out their purpose and those who are not. And I think we're seeing that play out in front of us as well.
Can I
I
just
will
Love
ask
it.
one question? Did we all color coordinate here? I'm looking at your shirt. It's like a combination of like orange and blue, and Crystal's got, well, I've got green on. Sorry, go ahead. Distracted.
I was just going to say that she reminds me. It's so crazy. I just had this moment. Maybe thank you, Holy Spirit. Candace reminds me of a narcissistic Wendy Williams. That's who she reminds me of.
Wait,
Because
Wendy Williams is not narcissistic?
She's
yes,
so narcissistic.
she is
Wendy
narcissistic.
Williams isn't though?
No, Wendy Williams
Oh,
is, but I'm talking about like
right.
Candace is at another level. Like she's trying to build like a cult. Like I
Yes.
think that is her purpose. She wants a cult. She
And
wants
she's
Maybe.
targeting those
this
young kids too with this book
exactly.
club of hers.
She wants a
I,
book
I
club.
said,
She wants
I,
women to think like her. And I mean, nothing is wrong with what. Just looking at just the Candace Intelligence Agency.
Is she trying to be Oprah?
I think she wants to be Oprah, but that's what I'm saying. She reminds me, and why I say that is because what I was just listening to what you were saying, and a lot of her things is not to quote unquote uplift people, like you said, your purpose, uplift people and try to get people to move to a better place in life. Again, you are more concerned, but Baldoni and Blake Lively's story was more of a gossip type of conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And Macron, what Macron is or isn't is more of a gossip type conversation. And what is happening with Harvey Weinstein is another gossip type of conversation. So everything that she's producing more so is on a gossipy side of things and not anything like where Charlie was going out there to help people. His shows were here to educate you. And like I said, TPUSA in its entirety is about changing these young people from being so lost in this wokeism and bringing them back to
Yeah.
common sense. And not only
Yeah.
common sense, Charlie wore his faith on all over him. So letting them have faith and learning faith. Candace is not really about that. Most of her show is about gossip and trying to get people to dislike who she dislikes and like who she
Mm-hmm.
likes. So
And
Mm-hmm.
elevating herself as a deity.
exactly. So that's why I said she reminds me of, because Wendy Williams is a narcissist, but Wendy Williams she just want to give you the tea. She doesn't care. She just want to give you the tea. Whereas Candace is looking for like, I need people to follow me. That's why it's like, me,
Validation.
bro. If you want to
Yeah.
know, if you guys want the people to believe you got to tell it to me so I could tell the audience so they can believe me because they only trust me. You can only trust me. That's another level of narcissism. That's very,
Yes, it is.
very
It's dangerous.
concerning. So that's why I was saying we have to be careful with Candace Owens. And that's why whenever I do my show, I tell people all the time, be mindful because she has a spirit. And that's that Jezebel. If you think back to the Bible, you think about Jezebel. Jezebel was definitely someone that continued to want to control everything. She wanted people to worship her. She wanted to be the queen. She wanted to be the leader. She wanted to be all of that. And that is what Candace is actually exhibiting in what she's doing right now.
yeah. So true. Like I said in one of my live streams, I said Candace Owens is taking advantage of stupid people. I want to stand up for all the stupid people on the internet. Candace Owens is taking advantage of you.
Right?
Wait, can you say that again, please?
I agree 100%. And I just had a comment I was going to pull up.
Listen to conspiracy theories that even though you don't agree with them, you kind of see where the person is coming from. You kind of see what where they are getting at, and even like why they stumble into the conspiracy theories that they stumble into. But Candace Owens' conspiracy theory is just low tier, low effort. It's just there was this time she said it was so obvious that what she was trying to do, but I know her viewers like they just miss it and maybe even works on them whenever she does it. She was saying, I think in one of her shows this week, or the first show she did this week, she was saying that if there is one person they can trust about what is happening in Turning Point USA, that she is the perfect person that they can trust.
Which is crazy.
Because I've been in the organization. And I'm like,
Man,
come on, you guys can see.
Yeah, they fired you. They fired you 6 years ago. Ma'am, please come see.
But the point is so obvious.
Sit all the way down, Candace, please.
All
Sorry,
the
go
way
ahead,
down.
Frank.
Yeah, what she's trying to do is don't trust any other person. Trust only me. I am the only person who can give you credible evidence of what is happening. Trust only me. Only me. And that is like we said, this is how it begins. It's the same thing you see with Muhammad, misquotes, and you see it with Islam. Like only Islam is true, despite the fact that historical evidence contradicts so many of the claims you find in the Quran. The Bible, that's both the Old and the New Testament contradicts it. Yeah, Muslims would be like, no, trust Muhammad. Trust Muhammad.
Right. There's no reason to.
He came 500, 600 years later, but trust him, he has the uncorrupted scriptures. You see the same thing with Joseph Smith of, I saw an angel. Trust me, I am the only one who can interpret, this golden plate that nobody has seen. Trust me, I am the only one. And that is like court leader-like behavior. Trust me. It's the same thing you see with Andrew Tate. Every other person will not save you from the matrix. Trust me, I am the only one. And that's why they are attacking me. They are attacking me because I am the only one. I am your only hope, your last hope. You see the same
crazy word.
Candace Owens is the new Rosetta Stone 2.0, I guess. Could you imagine what her Rosetta Stone would look like? Did y'all see that thing with all the yarn and the you did that, Jason?
Yeah, it would just be trust me, bro. Hey, real quick, shout out to Professor Nez in the building. Shout out, sir. Good to see you, sir. Great content creator. If the mods could go ahead and drop his link in the chat. Fantastic content creator. Overall, high quality live streams and pre-records. Shout out to Professor Nez. I appreciate you stopping through.
Is he still in Georgia?
I don't think he is in Georgia. I don't think he's ever been in Georgia.
I thought he was in Georgia.
He's never, not that I know of.
Trivia next week. No, I'm just kidding.
I know, right?
Shout out to Professor Nez. We know you somewhere. Shout out to the new member, Full Mask Off, joining the WIT squad, the Pod Squad.
The WIT squad, I like that.
Now, Eric said this with the $10 super. He says, when it comes to TPUSA, I always thought they were a political organization meant to get Trump reelected. I think I'm going to have to stop supporting them. I feel like they've served their purpose. I understand what you're saying, but that was only a part of what they were doing, but I think we can all agree that their major purpose was being a contrast to what's going on in liberal universities right now.
Yes.
And the brain rot that's happening in our colleges and institutions right now in 4K. And having a voice or having a means for conservative leaning children, kids that want to understand and see that there's another side to this discussion. That's what TPUSA is about. And yes, you're correct. They did operate to help President Trump get in office a second term. You're correct. But do we not want them to be involved in helping with the next presidency?
Right.
Do we not? Do we not want them to be fighting and knuckling it out for the next one? Because you do understand the Democrats sense blood in the water, and they're going to want to try. They want that office.
Yep.
They want that office. So and all the goodies that come along with it. So I think it's fair to say that they have a place on the landscape for some time to come, just on the political landscape as well as others as well. But thank you so much for that, Eric.
Yeah, which is why it is unfortunate when you see people like Tucker Carlson still allowed in the organization and allowed to say whatever it is. Which is why it's really, really unfortunate. And, I was listening to Dinesh today. I reacted to it earlier today. And he was saying that that what Tucker Carlson wants to be is that he wants to be the new Charlie Kirk. That
Yes.
he wants to be the person who fills his shoes. And if that happens, that will be the end of Turning Point USA.
Facts. And there's no doubt there. I think sadly, Turning Point is experiencing what I feel like is the problem of the big tent ideology. It does work in some instances. It did work in times past, but now we do need to be a little bit more discriminatory and say, hey, not everybody needs to get under this tent.
Yes,
and if you get in the tent, then we might need you to abominate a lot of your old practices and your old teachings, and you need to be vocal and clear that these are not practices and teachings that you still subscribe to, and not just roll up in here saying, like Matt Walsh, we just need as many people under the tent as possible, because that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. Brett Cooper, that's a problem. Meg Kelly.
Thank you for saying that.
So we need to be a little bit more discriminatory in that regard. So
I feel like Charlie's legacy was a man that stood for his faith and for his family and for country. That is what Charlie's legacy is. Therefore, you can't have people in your organization that is antithetical to what his legacy was. And that's literally what you're seeing with when you have Tucker that sits down there and laugh about Sharia law and saying there's nothing wrong with Sharia law. That's not somebody you really that again does not go with what Charlie's legacy is.
With
Especially
America first,
exactly. He's doubling down on it. So it's not like Tucker is, he said it in one little interview. He is saying it constantly. And you have to be careful of people like that, because then that's how that cancer gets into the organization, and then it corrupts the entire thing. And again, we have to be careful of those things. And the other thing I want to point out, it's real interesting to me that Candace has done something that a lot of people have wanted to do and they struggle to do, which is she's figured a way to divide the body of Christ. I want y'all to be aware of that. She has
That's a great point.
The body of Christ.
I disagree.
You mean the real body? That's what you're saying, Jay?
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. But
then I think we need to
give her that power, girl.
I think we need to say, like, churchianity, industrial church complex. She's absolutely divided the churchianity, industrial church complex. The body, as I will always say, the body of Christ is 100% solid, safe, healthy, thriving, all of that stuff, which is the complete opposite of what churchianity and industrial church complex is. So all Candace is doing is shining a light, or rather, is shielding the light on the churchianity industrial church complex, so they can continue with roaches living on there. But the light of Christ is still shining bright, and so she can stay in her own delusion, and I'll throw all those other ones in there as well. They can stay in their place of delusion, but Christ, as long as I'm in His hands, I'm good. I'm solid.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. That's what I mean. Like, she's allowing God, what the devil meant for harm, God used it for something good, because you're getting to see and unearth the wheat and the tare. Like, you're getting to see the difference right now with everything, with her discussions, with what she's been saying, and people that are siding. And it's just like, if you really are a part of the body of Christ, you wouldn't be acting and receiving the things that she's saying. You'd be praying for her, because clearly she's on a whole nother level that is not what Christ stands for. So that's what I meant. She's helping to reveal the wheat from the tare right now.
That's no problem. And she's having her Nebuchadnezzar moment. She'll have her 7 years eating grass in the field.
Too long now,
but I mean, it is what it is. But I do think that, I mean, Candace had her place, but I think she's exposed and shown that she's not a member of the body. Like, you can't do any lyrical gymnastics. You can't do any biblical Pilates and get her into the situation. She's not. She's very much not. She's telling you this every time she turns that microphone on. So what we need to do is we need to treat her as an unbeliever and pray for her as one who's not been converted. Go ahead, Regina.
Yeah, if I could just say, she does tout that Christ is king. And that is a true statement. What I will say is when we read the Bible, in most of the translations, it reads Jesus is Lord. And when they talk about being in the Holy Spirit in 1 Corinthians chapter 12, and how we know, so she says Christ is king. And I just keep saying, even the Romans said that. They labeled him, they were mocking him, and every time you just throw that out with no conviction, no feeling whatsoever, I think that's what speaks to me. And at first, when she would say, I'm like, oh, yeah, because I never like to question someone's personal relationship. But like Crystal said, all of you are saying that she's not walking the walk, y'all. And when I put religion, if I'm putting the Catholic faith, the denomination above everything else, oh, Charlie was going to convert to this. No, it's about Jesus first. And if we make it anything other than that, if we can have a reverence and a respect for the history of the Catholic Church, and that's where I stand with it. I'm going to park my car right there. But I love everything that we can talk about the Bible this way. And no one person has the answer. And that's what Candace Owens would have you believe, that she is all knowing and no one is trustworthy but her. And that's the ultimate lie. John 10:10. The enemy only comes to steal, kill, destroy, deceive. I added the deceive part. Sorry.
Oh, no, I appreciate it. Thank you. Real quick, let me just, real quick, Frank, I do want to give some air to this. Thank you so much for the $5 super right here. Lady Saunders says this. I think Candace Owens thought that she would run. That they would run to get to her to be the face of TPUSA, and they didn't. And she's jealous. I can totally see that. I think there's a lot of, I'm going to say there's a lot of both hands. There's a lot of things, but
you ever thought that she's very delusional because I don't say.
Yeah, there's no way.
Right.
There's no way that would happen.
But she thought that. I think she thought that, and I think the stories that she's been crafting have proven that. But I do want to say shout out to Full Mask Down with the $50 super. Thank you so very much. He says this. I absolutely love this channel. You've been a needed voice of reason. Want to announce that in the first EP or episode of our docuseries premieres tomorrow at 3 p.m. at Central Standard Time, not California State Time, but Central Standard Time.
Oh, no.
We proved that Candace is wrong about Brigitte Macron. She's going through menopause and not a man. Well, thank you so much. Can you drop your link in the chat? We'll make sure Full Mask Down as a stream sponsor. We want to make sure that we check that out, and I'll make sure that the mods could drop that link in the chat. That'll be super dope. Thank you so much for supporting what we're doing here. Thank you very much. And I think we're back to what we were discussing here. And I want to give you a chance to tease it out, Frank. But I think the issue is, to me, that this is a great opportunity for people to recognize that there is a wolf, there is a fox, there is a ravenous lion in the camp, and we must run and flee to our king. That's all we can do, because we see right now, every time you push on Candace, she just keeps doubling, tripling, quadrupling down. There is no stopping apart from a divine intervention, a divine stop.
Amen.
So
Amen.
I think this should be this should give relief, because man, I don't have to fight. I can't sit here and crack jokes for 3.5 hours about Candace and laugh about it, because I know my king is ultimately defending me. So I don't have to do this. I don't have to fight in the flesh. I don't have to fight I can just know that my king's got it. All right, Frank, what you got?
Okay.
You were saying something.
Yeah, just a couple of things. Yeah, I wanted to something that, when I see like conservative Christians in America, especially the ones that are political and do political commentary. Like if it happens that, that baby does a music video where he's like posing as Jesus Christ on the cross and then talking about how they're trying to crucify him, or if Kendrick Lamar goes to the UK and then he has this crown, this diamond crown of tongues on his head, and then it's like they kill you, they kill Christ, something about women's rights, and then blood dripping. You have these conservatives, they'll be talking about blasphemy, this is blasphemy. Yet in your movement, you have people who use the name of Christ to push anti-Semitism, and you keep quiet. You say that's not your. And I'm like, well, you are just a political Christian, and you're political first before Christian.
Frank,
Then
Can
Yeah.
we define the term anti-Semitism just so I understand exactly what you mean? Because so many people use that term so loosely, and I know that you're more responsible than that. I just wanted to make sure I had a broad understanding because I truly don't really know what that means. What is an anti-Semite? Is it somebody that doesn't like Jewish people? Is that what that term means?
Yeah, it's just it's hatred for Jewish people. Just you see it on social media. For example, let's say Ben Shapiro tweets something and then somebody does not agree with it or wants to quiet him down, and then he will say, "Shut up, Jew, Christ is king." That's anti-Semitic right there. And there are examples of this. If you are on Twitter, you see it a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And many of them are commenting, this Christ is king. These people that use the term, you see them on that post from Nick Fuentes, you see it on that post from Candace
Jake
Owens.
Paul. Yeah.
Those kind
Those
of people.
right.
Exactly. So those are the people that, and that's kind of like a trend. And when it became an issue, you see many conservatives be like, why are people finding it problematic? Is Christ not king? As if we are opposing the terminology, the statement. So those two things, I really have a problem with how conservatives don't call out, like how it is not common for them, or they don't find it okay and find themselves willing to call out people on their own side.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel if they continue doing like that, it is also going to affect their movement. But at the end of the day, there's something you said, I forgot your name. Sorry. My brother, what?
Me, Jason?
Jason, sorry. There's something.
Oh man, I'm about to put you in 0-second timeout, man.
Dude.
You gotta go in timeout, man.
It's the candy rot. It's got to be. We've been talking about her too long. She's rotted our brains out for sure.
You're good. You barely.
There's something he said, and I say it all the time on my channel. Like, it's something that I used to close a lot after talking about so many problems that you find on the news. I say, look, all of this can be depressing. All of this can be frustrating. Sometimes you look at some of these things and you wonder, where are we going from here? Just know that your life is in God's hands, and God is going to fight for you, and you hold your peace. You don't have to wonder how. I say, although the scripture itself says exaltation does not come from the south or from the north or from the east or from the west, but I replace it with salvation, and I say salvation also does not come from the north, from the south, from the east or from the west. It comes from above. What the liberation you seek is not in this political pundit. So don't hold on to movements. Don't hold on to any individual and feel like, oh, if these people continue like this, our movement is doomed, and then we are doomed as a people. No, God can raise stones. God can use anything. And sometimes why He allows some of these institutions to crumble is because He wants you to stop looking at them and to look at Him. And I think that's something that is, as somebody who is even in Nigeria, who talks about so many of the things happening in this country, one of the questions I get is what can we do to help? And I always say, pray for the country, pray for Nigeria. That is the one thing you can do that is very effective. I think even for America, for the West, for conservatives, for the conservative movement, for Republican Party, for whatever thing you hold dear and you think is important and is doing good work for, whatever reason you think it is doing good work, pray for it whenever you see it going through this kind of crisis that we see. When you see those kind of crises, just pray. If the institution or the organization crumbles, fine, but when you pray, which is one thing this is one of the things that I'm confident about, is that when I pray about something and it doesn't change, I am always confident that something better is coming. Something better is going to come to replace this. So is that confidence that you can have even when you pray and you still see the organization crumble? You're like, no, something better is going to come to replace this. And I don't want even those that are listening to us to be people that will say, okay, Turning Point USA is very important. We cannot allow this organization to go down. We need to keep propping it up, keep doing everything we can to keep it up. I'm like, what if God is like, no, I'm done with Turning Point USA? There is nothing you can do. I remember saying in the last live stream, I said, so many of these people on the right are afraid of the left. They are afraid of sponsors. They are afraid of donors and what have you. But they are not afraid of. And you can have all these things, and if God said this organization will crumble, it will crumble, and there is nothing. The scripture says it is a terrible thing to fall into the hand of God, because nobody is coming to save you from His hand. He's in His hands. The person that will save you is the person that is holding. The person that is dealing with you. So at the end of the day, when we have that person on our side, we have nothing to worry about. Absolutely nothing to worry about. Even if it costs us our life, we know that our eternal resting place is in his arms. So we are rest assured that there is nothing to worry about. Now, it doesn't mean we shouldn't do anything. Continue to do what you need to do and what you
Right.
can do, but
Mhm.
always know that victory is going to come from the Lord. So yeah.
I agree. I
Amen.
agree.
Well said.
And we're praying for Nigeria. I did a live stream where I told everyone that we need to pray for Nigeria. And I hope people realize that all Candace Owens does is virtue signal, because she has so much, as I keep saying over and over, she has so much to say about Gaza, but she has zero to say about Nigeria. She
I'm
has
gonna
zero to say about the Christians that are that are being persecuted.
Mhm.
And she
And
calls Gaza a genocide when
Mhm.
realistically Nigeria is a genocide, because Gaza was a war. Nigeria, they're just going to church. That is what you call a genocide,
Yeah.
not
Mhm.
what is happening in Gaza, because that's a war. People have to know the difference, and a lot of people don't realize there's a big difference.
I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna say that she's worried about what's going on in Gaza. She's not worried about what's going on in Nigeria, but she's not worried about what's going on in Nashville. I mean, she
No.
lives right there. Like what about your own neck of the woods? Like you're
Mhm.
not even doing anything in your own neck of the woods, but you're
Mhm.
worrying about 9 time zones away, and that's kind of crazy work. So I do think that there is a level of virtue signal. There is a level of hypocrisy because it's trendy. You can do that without immunity. You can do that with impunity to blame this group of people for all the sins on the planet,
Mhm.
in the past, future, and present sin. Just blame it on Israel, which is crazy work, by the way.
Mhm.
And you can do that without any kind of pushback because you got a group of people who are going to support you and such like that. However, just like we said here in Nigeria, there's real issues, and Candace professes to be a Christian. Why is your heart not moved for your own brethren?
That
Because
part.
when the
Yeah.
smoke clears, you do realize that the people of Gaza are not your brothers and sisters in Christ.
Right.
So
Yep.
I'm not saying that there's not Christians in Gaza. Don't hear what I didn't say. What I am
Mhm.
saying is that these are bona fide Christians that are being executed in Gaza. Why is your
Mhm.
heart not moved? Even to make a passing hat tip to them, mention them on a side note. Between your
Yeah.
Egyptian, matter of fact, your Egyptian plane theory, you could have flew your Egyptian plane right by Nigeria and just gave a little shout out
Imagine that.
to
Right.
Nigeria, just a little hat tip to Nigeria.
The
Why is your
the
heart
beauty
not
queen
moved?
wave.
Why is your heart not moved in that regard,
Mhm.
Candace? And I make the case that you're
The first
showing
time,
us that your heart hasn't not been converted. Go
the
ahead,
first
Frank.
okay. The first time she talks about Egypt, she's not even talking about the Coptics that are being persecuted, that are being attacked by radicals in Egypt. She's talking about the pyramid and stuff. It's just so unfortunate. And then the one person who has taken it upon himself to make this like a major issue for him, that is Ted Cruz, is the one that Tucker Carlson is, pouncing on and attacking and trying to discredit. And Tucker Carlson himself would not say anything about it because the Jews are not involved, and there's no way the Qatari money is,
Exactly.
That
Exactly
part
that.
right there. That right there.
100% that. 100%.
That
And
part.
then it messes up their narrative because they have been pro Palestine, pro everything in that era. So of course, to
Mm.
make a statement about Nigeria, and we have video of Candace recently when she was saying that the Jews have been lying to us this entire time, saying that it was Muslims that were persecuting Christians, but it was really Jews the entire time. But those aren't Jews in Nigeria. Those are Muslims. That's who they are. So
Yeah.
she can't take that statement back now, because
Mhm.
if she tries, then it will look, well, now who's the problem? She's been trying to paint a very peaceful picture when it came to Gaza, and a very hateful picture when it comes to Israel.
Mm.
So that's why she's doing what she's doing.
Yeah, shout out for
Yep.
sure. Hey, real quick. I do want to say thank you again to Jason. Jason Yealy with the $10 says this: I'm post millennial, but I still love the Jewish people, which we should. We should love all God's people. Absolutely. Doesn't mean I agree with everything that state of Israel does. No argument for me either. The Jewish people need
Mhm.
Jesus. Amen to all that whole sentence. Amen.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for the $10 super. And then, of course, Eric again, brother. we are God's special people too. So don't get jealous of Jews. We have been grafted in according to Romans 11:17. Absolutely. I mean,
Beautiful.
and I think that's why I'm saying, like, instead of us trying to nitpick and which I think is kind of interesting how they keep trying to cause a division by asking about Israel, bringing Israel into the equation, as if Israel somewhere, as if Israel is different than what's going on here in Atlanta. I'm sorry, we got issues right here in Atlanta, and I tell people all the time, if we took care of our own yards, we'd be surprised how much fewer problems we'd have if we just took care of our own problems right around here. And I pointed at Candace, like, Candace, you could be doing campus tours right there in Tennessee. You could be doing all that stuff that you claim that TPUSA isn't doing well. Why don't you do it? Why don't you go ahead and do that? Get out of your
That's a
basement.
really good point.
And you can go do your own campus tours, because I'm sure people will be lined up for miles upon miles to hear you talk, right, Candace?
Why does it have to be under the banner of TPUSA? And I did want to touch on the Australia thing, if I could, because I know you addressed this one too. I don't know if I can't wait to subscribe to y'all because I know you're all covering it. But anyway, the chatter was in my comment section that they said that she appealed the decision. I lost my mind because she cost those people money, taxpayers' money over in Australia when she appealed the decision. And I just didn't understand why she didn't pay that fee herself for them to have to, decide whether they should grant her entry. Whether she should have been granted entry, that's not my point. My point is that she cost them money either way, and just that sense of entitlement that I should be able to come over there. But in the comment section, they said that she was charging between $200 to $1,500. And may I just say, this is unverified. This is for entertainment purposes only. But I heard that her ticket prices, depending on the level that you were getting, was between $200 and $1,500. That's why she appealed it, because she was going to lose all that money.
Let me ask you a question. Why argue and fight with the Australian government that has clearly said they don't want you? And y'all know, like, I like to crack jokes. That's almost 11. That's almost 11 time zones away. Why are you fighting with them? But you're not doing a speaking tour here in the United States, and it's for free.
Right.
Like, we ain't stopping Candace from going anywhere. Girl, go on and do your little speaking tour in Tennessee, roll on up to Illinois, bounce over there to Massachusetts, maybe come on down here south of the Mason-Dixie. I'm sure you could do a great speaking tour. I'm sure people here would love to hear you talk.
They're going to run her out of Tennessee. Sean Parrish has already been all over her tail end. And there's a couple of, I think Tim Pool's in Tennessee now. I don't think he's saying anything about it, but I know in Tennessee's going to get hot for her. She may have to go somewhere else.
I just want to prove that she doesn't. Go ahead, Frank.
Sorry, somebody in the comments said Candace doesn't understand time zone.
I was laughing at that too.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Time zone. Does Tennessee have its own time zone? I'm not sure.
Tennessee is in. Tennessee is in the central.
Eastern and central. It depends on where they are.
It is. You're right. Got caught on that.
Yeah. But
get him, Crystal.
People like Candace Owens, at the end of the day, they will not. That's one thing. I think she even knows that too, that whatever she's doing for the short term can have like very good effect, can be effective short term, but in the long term, I don't think it will last, because people are going to get tired of the Jews did everything. In fact, people are already tired of here talking about trans issues. Like, even though it is a very serious issue, that is still there, even though you can say yes, to an extent, it's no longer as much of a problem as it was back under the Joe Biden era. But even people are tired of it. You can even sense it when you talk about trans issue now. People are okay. What else can be said about it that has not been said? So the same thing with the whole Jew stuff. Is it that people are going to be like, okay, we've had it, or it's going to just not be as interesting as it is now? Also, the word, like, people calling people grifters, even though we call people grifters, but calling people, they are now like, anybody who says something that is pro-Israel is getting $7,000. Calling people grifters is going to be like calling people racist in the future. From things. When you call somebody a grifter,
nobody's gonna care.
At the end of the day, it's neither here nor there when you call somebody a grifter. Which is one thing that I encourage people who, like, if there's somebody who made the comment that they are making a docu-series trying to debunk some of the things that Candace Owens have said. And I think it's important for Nick Fuentes, it's important too for Tucker Carlson. Like, people who dedicate it, have a channel, dedicate themselves to just speaking everything that they say and kind of not just calling them, oh, see, this person is a grifter. Let us do that one. Let's let's just point out, okay, these are the erroneous statements that are being made. These are the non-factual statements that are being made, and like make it. I think one of the reasons why, like an organization like Turning Point USA have this Groiper problem, this anti-Semitic white nationalism problem, is because when it started rising up earlier, 6 years, 5 years ago, they tried to suppress it, they tried to ignore it instead of engaging with it. You know, Dinesh said, posted something on his Twitter about a message he received from Charlie Kirk after he went to do a debate with Nick Fuentes about.
I saw that.
Yeah, so and that response kind of demonstrate the attitude towards someone like Nick Fuentes, which is let us ignore him, let's not address whatever it is that he's speaking out there. Doing that is going to make him more popular. You're going to give him more eyeballs and all whatnot. But yet you're willing to talk with leftists and you're willing to talk with people who are pro-abortion and all whatnot. And I think the reason why is easier. You know, I believe strongly that many of these pundits like and love to preach to the choir. They love to preach to people who already agree with them. As much as they try to pretend that they are trying to change hearts and minds, even when they are debating, they just get their own team to just cheer them on as they are doing it. It's interesting to see because sometimes they're not making good points, but the crowd is like on fire. But when it comes to someone like Nick Fuentes, you really, and he knows all the trick, like he knows all the tricks. So you have to be really good. You have to be a good debater. You have to be David Wood, apostate prophet level debater to really bring down Nick Fuentes. And the challenge that people like Nick Fuentes present is an opportunity it would have been a good opportunity for right-wingers to really hone their craft in being powerful debaters, but they avoided it because they were not ready to tackle that issue. They wanted to own the left instead. And now they are, now the problem is that if people can decide to, let us have our channel or whatever and really talk about this issue to really help a lot. It will help a lot. Like, don't do a live stream. Make it like a scripted video. Go through every of the claims that these people make and just let people know exactly, expose these people and the lies that they are spewing. It will really help,
I love it. Kaida, you want to say anything?
Yeah, I was gonna piggyback on something you were saying earlier, Frank, because you were talking about like don't be afraid if the institutions, that's not God. Like that is not that's not our prize. It's not our ultimate goal is to have this organization or this political party. Because I was thinking also about the comment about like, well, Turning Point USA was kind of made, I'm paraphrasing, to get Trump reelected, that like they did that and then it's over now. But I'm like, it's not about Trump. It could have been anybody who had the ability to put America first. I think let's America, is the thing that they were talking about. That was their slogan, is like, we need to save America. We see where it's headed. Who is in alignment with that? Trump, obviously. So that's the person that they were going gung-ho for in order to turn things around in our country. And it could have been someone else, but it wasn't. It was Trump. And I feel like even in Charlie's Life, the thing that bothers me a lot about the old text that Candace will show, they're swearing, there's Kanye, there's all this other stuff, this degenerate stuff, all these like weird things where I'm just like, why are you painting him in this light when his life drastically changed? Like he was very into like politics and all this and all that, but it changed a lot toward God, family, children, purity. Like, and it was true because he even had an interview with a brand called Covenant Eyes. I don't know if you guys have heard of them, but up until meeting Erica, he was addicted to pornography. So it kind of makes sense if you have this thing going on, then you're cussing, you're listening to all these lyrics. It's like there's obviously a before God got hold of him or before he released himself to God and after. And that's why a lot of the Turning Point USA things, like even Erica will say it, this is like, we're not here to be the best Republicans. We're not here to, do this for the right. Like God is the reason why we need to do things differently. And we want to teach you guys things and share things with you that you may not have heard before. How many people come from broken families? Probably all of us. There's a lot of things we didn't learn in college age. What are they doing? They're going wild. They wild out, So like in that time, it's the perfect time to grip them by the shoulders and say, look, there is a different way. Like this is not it. So I feel like our thing isn't to be a political pundit, and like it is very unfortunate seeing how it's, well, we got loyalty and we can't have each other's back, and or we have to have each other's back, and they're my friends. I don't care. You know, I've been through enough in my life. If you need to go, you need to go. Like if you're coming between me and my walk with God, if you're a liar, if you're a cheater, if you're a manipulator, if all this stuff, you have to get out of here. I do not care who you are. I don't care if you're my mama, my daddy, my brother, anybody. And this loyalty can be to a fault. And what I'm so encouraged by is, you know, people like you, and that's who I've been watching a lot, is like the Bible is the foundation of why you are going online and saying, we're going to listen to Candace, everybody buckle up, but this is why she's wrong. This is how she's lying. This is how she's manipulating, because people are under a spell. Like you said, Crystal, it is literally a spell. It is literally witchcraft. What's happening? And people are just like, we got to put these lifeboats out there, like, guys, like, wake up. And so I'm really glad to see more people rising up and not be afraid. And we're not in this industry and this system and this institution where we're afraid we might lose a sponsor, we might lose our audience. It's just like, bro, it's me and Jesus. Like whoever is around is around. But I know that if I'm following the Lord, like he's got my back, and that's really all that matters. And I could lose everything, and I'm still
Yep.
gonna go for him. So
I love it.
Can I jump in real quick?
Let me, because I wanted to make sure Kaida got a chance to get in. I need to riff off of something that Frank said, because I really think this will be helpful to everybody. So I'm gonna bring in a clip real quick. This is a friend of mine, a friend of the channel. His name is Virgil Walker. He is fantastic and very prolific on Substack. So he's a very prolific writer. He writes quite a bit, usually 6, maybe 7 Substacks a day. He writes a lot. And so he put up a post just recently about Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson. He did one earlier last week about Christian nationalism, and he got a lot of pushback from people because they didn't understand what he was saying when he was arguing against Christian nationalism, and even what he's saying here about Nick Fuentes. And one of the things he does is he doesn't go in and say the most obvious things that people have problems with Nick Fuentes about his racism, about his anti-Semitic, all that stuff. He doesn't even address that until much later in the argument or in his article. What he talks about is his arguments, is the things that draw people in. And I called Virgil today because I was like, man, I don't know if people are really understanding your argument, and can you explain this to me? And I don't think he'll have any problem with me saying this. He mentioned that his own son listens to Nick Fuentes. And I'm like, wait, hold on, your son's black. Hey, and I need to get an understanding here, my guy. He said, yeah, like there are young men who are listening to this. So you can't come in there to them and say, hey, Nick Fuentes is a racist. They're like, and
right.
So you can't come in there with the character assaults. You have to come in here with the argumentation against their actual arguments. You have to come in and defeat their actual arguments. The character assaults don't work with this group. So we want to come in here, run in here and say all the bad things about Nick Fuentes and the people that we think should be responding to that. They're like, and we already know he's a racist. We already know he's anti-Semitic. We don't care. They like the arguments that he makes. So to Frank's point that he made there, and I would love for y'all to go check out what Virgil is doing over here, is defeat the actual arguments.
Right.
Get into what the argument and defeat that argument, the anti-Jewish argument, the anti-this argument, and the foolishness that comes out of their mouths, rather than the character assaults. Rather than so let's look at Candace. Sure, she's a grifter. Sure, she got a lot of problems, but you know what? She got some really bad arguments too. Let's take apart her really bad arguments, and her bad character is going to already fall apart. But let's take apart her arguments as well. So I just wanted to bring these things. I thought it would be very beneficial. Y'all check out Virgil over there. I just dropped his link in the chat. He's again a friend of the channel, excellent content writer and such like that. He's only on Substack because he just likes to write. And so he does quite a bit of it. I think you will be benefited, especially if you want to engage this type of what we're talking about here. You want to be able to engage the crazy argumentations that you see from wherever. I think it will help you out. Okay. There you go, Regina.
No, you're good. That was amazing. So I think my process usually I always like to establish that there's clarification because the ultimate goal for me is to find common ground somewhere. Now, does that mean that I'm gonna bend, depending sometimes we just can't find common ground. So I wanted to kind of rewind back to what you were saying about witchcraft and get clarification when we talk about someone being under the spell of witchcraft, so on and so forth. And especially when we talk about it biblically. So I think I understand what you're saying. And my viewpoint on it is it does get difficult to distinguish the demons from the vessel. Yet, when I say something like I've fallen under witchcraft, where does the free will and the responsibility, self-responsibility come in? And it's more of a rhetorical question. I guess it's just something to throw out there in the cosmos because that could open up a whole nother talk show. I would love to collab with you, Crystal, because girl, you are in your Bible and I'd love to see what we could do together. That would be amazing. But I would like to visit that and really kind of dig into that. And because I've heard people say, people can leave things in your home and that can curse your home. And then I'm thinking, can it really? Can it really? Let's think about that, right? So if I'm fearful of someone leaving stuff in my home because it might curse unbeknownst to me, that means I must not be right in my walk where I need to be with God if I believe that something can hold that power over me because we do not come from a place of fear. So that's just where I come from on the thing. I'm not trying to pick apart what you're saying. I really feel like if we're going to say Candace, needs to be responsible and held accountable and to the word of God, if I'm saying that I'm under a spell or I'm under witchcraft, I don't think it's really much different than her consorting with mediums and stuff like that. So I think that would be a great show, just a topic in itself. So that's all I got. Thanks.
I could
Well, I'll
say,
just say, as far as for me, sorry to cut you off, I'll just make mine. Anything that's anti-God, anti-Christ is demonic to me and is witchcraft. So that's what I mean by that. And people can knowingly and willingly be under that and be infatuated with it. But anything that is not of God, not of the Holy Spirit, not of Jesus, to me is by default demonic and of the devil and witchcraft. So that's just how
I think
I
that's
put
key
the
what you
version.
said, knowingly falling under it. So I'm glad you clarified that. Thank you.
well, also witchcraft is also comes under the form of lying as well. So,
Yeah.
um, people can be under witchcraft because they're receiving lines and they unknowingly, because they're not using discernment, they're receiving. There's plenty of people that I've seen that have been with in Bible studies with me and everything, and they're taking the lies that she's taking in, that she's giving them, and they really believe what she's saying. They really wholeheartedly. So she speaks about when how do you say how do you say name?
Katia.
Catholicism.
Kaitia.
Katia.
I want to make sure I say it properly. Kaitia. When Kaitia says witchcraft, I
Okay,
also think
too.
about that. I think about the people going under that spell of the lies that are being told. And my goodness, her podcast viewership is ridiculously high because so many people are tuned in. They're Bible believing Christians
Could
that
it simply
literally.
fall into that they're just lazy and don't want to seek out other research or get into their Bible? Could it be that?
No,
Let's just, why
no,
not?
no.
Why not?
I
I
will
have to
say
push
this.
back on that though.
No, no, I
Why
was going to
couldn't it
say.
be, why couldn't it just simply be that some of them are lazy? Maybe that it could be that they don't want to get into the word of God. They don't want to see what the other side is saying. To simply say that it's just witchcraft, they're falling under the spell that places them in a victim role, I believe, is just my opinion.
Well, no, when I said witchcraft, because again, you have young Christians, people that are new to faith. A lot of people that are in Charlie Kirk's and TPUSA, they're new to faith. These are new people into faith. So it's not about laziness. Some of them don't even know where to go and look. They can pick up the Bible, but that's another level. So that's what I'm saying. They can fall into witchcraft unknowingly because they think a lot of people believe the conservative movement is a Christian movement.
Correct.
And that is the biggest mistake ever made. Conservative does not equal Christian, because true followers of Christ are true followers of Christ. If today the Democratic Party started pushing uh, laws into place that are standing for Christ, and Republicans, Conservative Party, started pushing everything against Christ and doing things that stand for Satan, Christians would hop over on that side and start support, because our focus is not a party. Our focus is just to honor God with whatever we're doing. So that goes with our vote. So that's why I'm saying it's not late. Sometimes it's not lazy. Sometimes people are just new to the faith. And the other thing I wanted to say, when you asked about the because I'm going to land the plane, about people leaving stuff in your house, and it's not a fair. We have to die to ourselves. I just did this Bible study tonight. In fact, we have to die to our flesh daily. We're dying to our flesh daily. So understand, you can let a foothold in your life and you don't know it right then and there. And that spirit, whatever the darkness has entered your space, you have now given access, because you don't even, sometimes you get mad at somebody and you don't even know that you have unforgiveness in your heart. You think you've really forgiven them, and you really have not forgiven them. And you really, in your mind, I forgive them, but in your heart, did you really forgive them? So that's what I'm saying. A foothold, all the devil needs is a foothold. And once he gets that foothold, then all kinds of witchcraft, any kind of these dark stuff can attach you. So that's why.
Would you consider, I will consider what you're saying, if you will consider, when, and maybe I shouldn't have said lazy like that, but I was just saying a percentage. So I will consider that maybe that could be the case, if you will also consider the fact that at some point we have to accept responsibility, and that's where the true journey begins. Because to say that there's free will, how could there be free will if we're constantly falling under footholds unbeknownst to ourselves? At some point we must be willing to go search out those answers. And I know just from myself and my journey and what I've walked through, I haven't always been Christian. I haven't always been and when people say Christians, and I know it seems like I'm picking things apart, I just feel like, yes, that is in some cases. When we start speaking broad, generally homogenizing these Christians, that Christians, these young, I think we need to be more clear. And to be so easily falling under witchcraft, I'm not sure about that. So I'll land my plane there. And I respect everything that you're saying. I just have to gently push back on that one. But I would love for us to get together and explore that further with the Bible.
I love it. Were you about to say something, Frank?
Yeah, I was about.
Go ahead, Frank. No, it's good.
Okay, with regards to the conversation about witchcraft, I don't think it takes away like personal responsibility. I think one of the problems you have with it is that you think if somebody is under the influence of demons, then they have no personality. The devil is the one in charge. But the devil will not, just like how God will not go against the will of an individual, the devil will not also go against the will of the individual. And there are things that people do, especially believers, that they do daily, that is them giving the permission to the devil to influence their life. So when you give permission to the devil, when you allow the devil into, and then the devil takes over, you can't. Yes,
I will agree with that, because you say when you allow. So I will agree with you.
Okay, so but when the devil has taken over, we can still recognize that that is witchcraft activity, but one that you permitted. You understand? One way that believers do that is when they don't dwell on God's word. The scripture said you have that's John 15 verse 3. You're already clean because of the word that I have spoken unto you. So when we allow God's word to be spoke, like we receive God's word daily, it cleanses us. Now, when a believer is not constantly under God's word, then he will be under the words of someone else. It may be Candace Owens, because the devil is going to try to replace the devil. The devil is always looking for an avenue just for a tiny hole, and then from there it just creates a big manhole. So that is kind of what happened with so many of these believers. They abandon scripture, they abandon studying the word, and now they are looking at social media, looking to something else for help. It's just like the same thing that happened to Peter when he was, walking on water. When other things took his attention, he started sinking. And that's what so many believers are, many of them that are being manipulated by the evil one, is that they've shifted their focus from God and they're looking at something else. When they start doing that, the devil is going to offer them something. And one other form of witchcraft is just disobeying God's command. When God tells you, and this is what God wants you to do, and then you willfully go against it, like we see with Saul, where the scripture said, the sin of disobedience is like the sin of witchcraft.
Witchcraft, yes, sir.
Yeah, which is what Saul did, where he was commanded, go to Amalek, and this is what you're supposed to do, and then he got there and decided to improvise. So when we decide When we decide to improvise, when we decide to help God out, when we decide, oh, God is not
I
smart.
got a better plan.
Yeah, you are already engaging. You're already opening yourself for demons, and if you continue down that path and refuse to repent, you will end up like Saul.
Opening yourself up. I
Yeah.
love every statement you said. Absolutely. Yep.
I love it. Well, thank y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. All right. What we're gonna do is we're gonna probably end up running back another one. Maybe we'll do it again. We'll find another opportunity. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I got another Jeopardy game going. Who knows?
I
Well,
hope
maybe,
so.
we'll come up with another one. But Kaida, again, thank you so much. Tell us what your channel is. Matter of fact, I'll give you a drum solo. Why don't you just tell us a little bit about your channel and why everybody needs to follow? If the mods can make sure you drop everybody's links in the chat, that'd be super dope. Kaida, take it away.
So once again, my name is Katia Lamore, and I have a YouTube channel, Instagram. Those are my main platforms, but right now, YouTube. And I talk mostly about faith, walk with God, different things about my journey. Like I said, really recently getting into speaking about politics openly, but at the end of the day, Christ is my compass, and that's what I want to do is the will of my Father. So that is where you can find me, is on YouTube, Katia Lamore. I'm one of one. You're not going to confuse me with any other channel. So thank you guys for being here. It was fun. Thank you, Jason. Open up with a game, not making it too heavy, but then being able to talk about this, because I think these are important conversations, and having different perspectives on it was really cool. So thank you. I'm so glad to be part of it.
Well, I'm glad to have you. Thank you so much. All right, Brother Frank, take it away. Tell us about your channel, my friend. You're muted. You are muted.
Sorry, it happens.
I'm the king of that.
My name is Frank Steven. My YouTube channel is a Nigerian perspective with Frank Steven. There we talk about a lot of things. We talk about current events. We talk about different react to many things that are being said. Current thing that is being said, that has been out there, and we try to give a balanced, often biblical. Let me not say everything is biblical with me. I know. Sometimes I am not. And I will tell you when I'm not. That's the thing. I try to be honest. I try to be fair. I try to let people know exactly what is going on. And especially when I cover the news, I often cover news stories that are not popular, like the ones that people often ignore, that they are not aware of. I kind of try to make them popular to the best of my ability. And I can be sarcastic when I'm delivering the news, especially if you're watching my shots or my scripted videos. They can come off as very sarcastic. And I rant a lot. So yeah, if you love every of the thing I just described, then go to A Nigerian Perspective with Frank Steven. You enjoy.
I love it. I love it. Thank you. All right, please, if you don't mind, Regina.
All right. First of all, thank you, JWIT Podcast, all the moderators. My name is Regina Connell with West Virginia Wire. You can find us right here on YouTube under West Virginia Wire, on the X platform and Rumble X platform, formerly known as Twitter, under the handle @Queen Connell 16. And then Facebook, the OG, now known as Meta. You guys, we talk about many things, reaction videos, Regina Reacts, Regina Responds, and we're bringing back the Book Nook. So thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming by. All right, my sister from another Mr. Crystal Beyond Labels. Land is plane.
Got you. Hey, everyone. I'm Crystal with Crystal Beyond Labels, and I am here doing everything from current events to politics to pop culture, all from a biblical worldview. We are all about truth and not trends, and letting people understand that Jesus is kind, not nice. So that is how we are supposed to live as well. God bless you all. And thank you to everyone for having me. Thank you to my brother Jay and to the rest of the panelists. I am so glad I met you all. And I'm going to follow each and every one of you.
I love it. If you could, please, mods, I believe you dropped everybody's links in the chat. If y'all could, please make sure we go ahead and support good content creators. We do want to make sure that we boost that up. What's the hype option? I'm trying to learn how to do the hype option. Go there and use up your hype points. Go and use them up. I don't know how to do it. So anyway,
you get it like so many a week. You get so many a week. And I was so mad when I found that out. I was like, why didn't you tell us we only got so many? I wanted to show some hype here and some hype there.
Everywhere hype. I don't know. Go like them, hype them, subscribe, all that kind of good jazz. Thank y'all so much. This was a lot of fun. This is my first time doing Jeopardy remote like that. And y'all made it great again. I love
You
it.
did
Thank y'all so
good.
much. I love it. Thank y'all so
Go
much.
easier next time on us. Go ahead.
Right. I know, right? I said all that stuff about the questions weren't that hard. And then I was like, oh, wait, this is a hard question.
I think he should get the award for being the We're gonna have to make him like an award, the candy award, to be all
No,
knowledgeable of candy.
no. No. I really did
Come
not.
on.
No,
You don't want an Oscar in the shape of Candace?
I don't. I really don't. I really don't. I can totally. I did not wake up this morning for that visual, and now
Sorry.
now
Oh,
now I
you
got
can't
nightmare
unsee
fuel
it.
going right into Halloween. Way to go! Great job. But I do want to say thank y'all to the best live chat on the internet. Please,
Amen.
if you don't mind, make sure you tip your waiters on the way out the door. If I earned it, give me a like if I did. Green hearts in the chat as we get ready to get out of here. Everybody, thank y'all so much. I appreciate you. And until next time, everyone, grace and peace. I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. Thank you.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the J Whip podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, please do me a favor and hit me up with that 3-piece special. Like the video, subscribe, and of course, share it with somebody who would also enjoy this type of content. And make sure you leave a comment because I do pin the best comments to the top. So thank you so much for tuning in today. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.